Welcome everybody to See Junkies Anonymous episode 3. Tonight we'll be covering clone onlys and selected phenos. Right now with me I got World's One Shot once again.
What's
Welcome,
going
brother. How you doing?
Just chilling, just enjoying the Valentine's Day with the wife. Figured I'd pop in for a little bit and say what's up.
Word. I'm assuming that's why we got a little light panel right now going on, but I think Monster should be hopping on in a little bit. Lethal should be hopping on in a little bit. Maybe another few cats. Borealis should stop on, I think. So we should get some people going, get it going good. What you smoking on tonight, brother? Said some gelato, I think.
I got some Sherb, and I got more of that Death Star. Yeah, a little bit of my Master. I just can't wait for my next room to be done. I'm like 2 weeks out, and I'm already like, dude, yeah, this is already looking bomb.
Word. About to take a little dab of shit. It's actually a mix of a few different strains. Some blueberry, some Bubba's Gift, Purple Trainwreck, and Blue Rhino.
Oh, there you go. Nice little fruity combo.
Yeah, it's a nice, interesting mix on the platter. It's got like a really peppery taste because of the Bubba's Gift, but then it's still got like the berry and fucking all of that from like the blueberry and from the Blue Rhino.
For sure. Is that Blue Rhino, blueberry to Rhino? Because I remember that white Rhino being just like almost like a super, super soft hash taste to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what the mix on that one is.
Nice.
Yeah,
blueberry to anything.
Positronics.
Always love it.
Word. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? Cyclops, thanks for stopping by. High Guy Microbes, Norwegian Frog, Plant Builder. What's up, y'all? I need a rig, don't I?
Yo.
What up, Monster?
What's good? What's happening?
How you living, brother?
Just almost broke my ankle trying to get back in the house.
Proud of you.
Fucking food right now.
The damn dog stopped right in front of me and fucking tripped the shit out of me. I fucking went flying, dog. What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Fucking all over the place a little bit, but we're getting there.
Oh, my ankle.
Trying to put this fucking bedroom together tonight at some point. Gotta run over to the other spot, grab a few more girls, a few boys that they ain't gonna use, and come over here and see what's good with them.
Word.
What strains you got over there?
Running, or do I need to go? Right now I'm running seed-wise. I've got the Grateful Breath times No Breath F2s, and then in the big room getting ready to be flowered is I've got mostly my Hello Nurse, which is Platinum Girl Scout Cookie on my Doxo Gmail, and some double Trouble, which is Sour Bubble on a sour Sour Double. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be loud for sure. But I need to go to my other location and go get my Dox times Chem 4 males and my Dox times Black Domina males. I think I may have a Dox times Sweet Tooth number 4 too over there.
That Doc Times the Black Domina sounds crazy.
Dude, they're all gonna be ridiculous. Like I've got a few of the I really like my male selection on that one. It was actually a really subtle male, so it let most of the female side shine through. And I used most of the females weren't like bag seeds; they were mostly like really hunted out, sought after, stable phenos. So they're pretty dominant, anyways. But most of the cross is actually the girl side shines through. But the male does give a few of his little traits on certain phenos. But mainly just like it's weird. He actually does have this flavor in the beginning. He carries like the female in the beginning, and then the aftertones are the male. It'll have like a little sour and then push end on it. Like even with the Hello Nurse, it's straight like really clean tasting. Like I can't even describe it. It's just like a super clean taste, like almost like clean laundry, and then cookie dough, and then straight sour, and then kush, and it's weird, but it's just bomb. High's on point for sure.
Ooh. Oh, that's so peppery.
What you over there
Fucking
smoking,
weird.
Blunt?
Mix of some blueberry, Bubba's Gift, Purple Trainwreck, and Blue Rhino rosin.
Damn.
Holy shit.
I ran Trainwreck a few years back, that E32 clip. Do you remember back when, like 4 or 5 years ago, when fucking every single person out there had fucking Trainwreck? NorCal. That's when they were trying to breed Trainwreck, I guess they went A through so many numbers and found the pheno they liked, and then they went B all the way to E32. But 1 year they had their male pollinate, and it hit everything in 10 fucking miles in Humboldt County. So literally everybody came up with weed the next year growing those seeds, and it was all fucking Trainwreck, all of it. It's all just lemon lime haze, pretty much.
I gotta say, like, I got the Purple Trainwreck clip, and I got the Ghost Train Haze clip, and like.
Is that the Trainwreck to Mendo Purple Diesel?
What was that?
Is that the E32 to Mendo Purple Diesel?
I would assume that they both have the same Purple Trainwreck, the same Trainwreck mother clip. I don't know if it's the E32. I would assume, but
that's mainly the clip of that one that floats around. It seems you don't really find any other clips of Trainwreck really.
Yeah,
like that super loud one seems to be it.
Because like
in your room, it's like it's 5 feet tall and it can touch the floor. It's gonna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the traits that shine through in both the Ghost Train Haze and the Purple Trainwreck both definitely show to the Trainwreck side. But then like you got like the few little like haze subtleties and like the stretch and the like foxtailing and shit with the Ghost Train Haze versus the Purple Trainwreck kind of just staying more squat from the what is that, the GDP I think it's crossed with or something.
Oh yeah,
one of the two of those.
Yo, I got a kind of a subtopic for one of the topics tonight. I've been hearing a lot of shit about this garlic cookies, this GMO clone. Does anybody have any fucking information on this shit? Because everybody's being like,
I hate the name of that shit.
Hella like super tight with it, bro. It's like nobody wants to fucking give it up. Like garlic cookies, for real.
What's up?
It's all about that straight. Everybody has, nobody has yet. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
The garlic cookies. Has anybody tried this yet? Yeah.
Lethal has it, but that's on you can't give that out.
So why is fucking everybody like can't give it out? Like that's the third time I've heard this shit today.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to keep it like, I don't know.
You know who that one's from?
Amongst people. I don't know what the deal is. I don't really care though.
Word, yeah, I feel you. Like
it'll be.
Somebody's gonna make seeds with it, and you'll get a pack of seeds from that.
Yeah, there you go. You can find the pheno that you like yourself.
So nobody's tried it though?
I haven't had it yet.
No.
Unless I get something in a clip form or seed form, I pretty much don't try it.
So nobody's tried this shit yet, and nobody wants to fucking get rid of it. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. This is crazy, bro.
2 years. If it's that good, it'll be around in 2 years.
Yeah, it'll get around. They're just, I guess they don't want it to like blow up too fast or something. They want to build
it. Show up at some cup if it's that good, or if it'll. You got to talk to somebody who got that connect that knows who has it, and be like, "Yo, so even just try that shit."
And whose strain is this? Who bred this? Is this obsolete?
I have no idea.
Is it a Geistro, like Humboldt Seed Organization one, or did they do that garlic OG?
Nah, like the other name of it is GMO cookies or GMO something. which it seems like they were definitely going for some shock value shit.
Yeah, word.
Gotta love. Let's just start calling just start calling shit C names and just talk back to them.
Nobody in the chat has any information on the GMO.
That's the
Drop it
only
in the
reason why
chat.
I knew what it was.
Yeah, for a little bit.
I was like, what? No, that's not real. Shut up. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's a stupid name for a strain.
Yeah, word. I said the same thing, bro.
Well, like, I'm not really a fan of the Agent Orange. I mean, like, dude, Agent Orange was something that killed a lot of fucking people in the war. You think you're gonna, like, really adhere to the older
Well,
having a strain name?
I think that was more of a reference to like the movie.
Well, still. Most people that haven't seen the movie, that's the first thing they're gonna reference.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess.
How many people you think in their 70s or 50s to 70s you think have seen that movie?
When did it come out again? I don't know. But yeah, no. Controversial name.
Yeah, word. That was just my little subtopic. I was just curious. Fucking, I got told 3 times a day, I can't give that cut out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh well, you can't miss shit you ain't never had anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, it'll come around if it's meant to.
For sure, yeah. If it's that hot, it'll get into somebody's circle, and if you're a respected grower enough, it'll end up in your garden. Or somebody might link it, and you might get lucky enough to get one with a tray in it.
It doesn't even sound that like appeasing to me, that appealing. Like garlic cookies, that does not even sound that good, honestly.
I like me some garlic, man, but I mean,
yeah, word.
It's got like, I don't know. If it's got that high, I'm all about that high and that flavor. If they don't match, fuck it, dude. Like if it's something tastes ridiculously good, but I have to smoke a fucking shitload of it, fuck you. There's something better that does both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it don't hit me on the right medicinal level and it don't hit me on the right just high level, like what's the point? If you're a bitch to grow and you're not even fun to smoke, fuck you.
Yo, shout out to all the new subscribers. I don't know what hell happened in the last 2 days. But we picked up like almost 100 subscribers. So shout out to whatever happened and all the new subscribers. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Trichome Life TV. And you're watching Seed Junkies Anonymous right now, guys.
Anyone popping any new seeds? I just dropped some Kona Sunset Mellow Platinum cookies.
Everybody's got this Kona Sunset. I'm looking for it, man. Oh, wait, did you say the Kona Sunset Cross or the pure Kona Sunset?
Oh, you got it.
Did you say the pure or the cross to the mellows?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the cross. You got the.
Okay.
That one's.
Yeah, I slept on that. I was like, what? The last person, like, the person before me got it type shit, he said.
He hooked me up with a few packs. I bought a couple too.
Man, you know what's funny about that shit? Whenever you start doing packs or you start giving out shit, you want to try to cover everybody, especially if you've got a big community base, and it's really hard not to dip into your own personal gear, so you make sure you've got shit to work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I just sold them all. I've got like 100 for me. Fuck, you can have 10.
Well, like with his bum's breath, that OGKB, I got one of he only had like 80 seeds and he kept like 40 for himself, and then I got one of the 10 packs.
Dude, that OG Kush breath is hard as fuck to accept pollen. Like that's why there's not very many straight crosses off of it. They try to take fucking anything that it'll take, and it's like, well, pre-98 Bub is definitely a lot easier to accept pollen than that. It's just sometimes it's hard because it's an older strain, but the OG KB is hard to hit right where it'll actually produce at all. Like that's where you're gonna have to try to hit 6 or 7 times, or open pollinate, select pollinate. Like you want to hit like fucking 20 or 30 of those fuckers at the same time, or you're gonna have to go in and try to, Q-tip dust everything with just straight pollen you got if you can't time it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a hard one because again, that fucker, I mean, it really prefers organics. Like it doesn't seem to like synthetics. It doesn't like food, but it likes life. That's what it seems to like. It doesn't like nitrogen, but it does like magnesium to a point. But yeah, it grows really nice. It loves to be low stress trained. It does not like to be topped. It does not like to be cropped. It seems like a lot of strains do that too. Some don't
If you
prefer
look
to
at my
be.
screen right now, here's one of the crosses right here, one of the bum's breath.
Yeah, that's definitely his leader right there. Like, and his male, dude. Like, I've grown a lot of his cross, like his original the females off of those. Like, they're all very
There's
solid. Loaded.
a few of them.
Dude, that was just such a lucky ass. Yeah, I almost got handed 200 fucking seeds of that stock and was like, no, I'm good. That was a mistake I made, but you know.
Yeah, they're all like basically the same.
I really want to dig
And then
into
this last one is the oddball.
I really want to dig into the architect times master, the architect times the sour dubs, and the elephant tranquilizer. I think those are going to be ridiculous.
You're
So they
just
said the
naming all the
GMO
ones
is.
that I'm like upset that I missed.
They
Dude,
said
that elephant,
GMO
dude,
is
I've
Kim
seen
D
that
crossed with
shit.
Forum Girl Scout cookies.
What's up?
What was that, Monster?
Chris Revel dropped in the chat that GMO is Kim D crossed with Forum Girl Scout cookies.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be dirty. That'd be dirty
Yeah, I
as
didn't
shit.
know that. That sounds bomb.
Kevin D's bomb as fuck, dude. Actually, I grew that one of my last indoor runs, and it came out. It's Gorilla Glue, but 20 times hotter. Glue is Chem D times chocolate diesel that was crossed together, and then it was grown in a room with Chem's sister, and the Chem sister Hermide, the bag seed off of the chocolate diesel ended up Gorilla Glue. But the sour dub is gets all of its flavor from if you get certain batches, you can taste the chocolate diesel in it. It coats like Chem's sister has the sativa version of the chocolate diesel, but it has the flavor of Chem D. It's a good cross, but it's a bag seed pretty much. But the sour dove is like 20 times louder, more of an indica. It's like 8-week for flavor, 9-week for high.
Let me show you guys some IMO
Fucking good weed, though.
shit. One sec. I'm gonna clear my way over.
I need to figure out my camera on this shit.
But yeah,
Like,
I just popped some
disabled
seeds
it.
this week too though. Fucking my bad. I was in there typing. I just popped some fucking some Malibu pie, the testers that Ocean Grown just dropped. Fucking
Oh, there you go.
stoked on those.
Word.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty maxed out on popping seeds right now. I fucking got a whole bunch that are in little seedlings right now. Like 4 or 5 Bodhi lines, some Acapulco Gold, some Indian land races, the Loation cookies from Mellow, the Merit Badge F2, the testers from Square One from THC Titan, testers from Doc D,
Fucking feed junkies, dog.
a few other things. Yeah, something like that.
Hey, dude. Yeah, I've got a few lines I'm gonna do too. I normally do try to 40 of the same at the same time, just if I can, and then I'll pheno hunt out of those guys, pick my few favorite males and females, put them all aside, and then I'll rack up a full room and work from there.
Oh yeah, and I did pop some of Babe Red's genetics too. I forgot I popped the Deacon's Kush and the Berry Storm.
Oh, there you go.
And those are both Kim or CV4 OG crosses. Gonna be some fire.
Those sound like those are gonna be real good.
I'm gonna pop some more in a couple of weeks. I only popped 5 of each right now, but I think like in another 2 weeks, I'm gonna probably pop like another 5 of each one. I want to start popping more seeds on a regular, man. Getting like, you know what I'm saying, a flow going and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I have right here.
Trying to accomplish right there. That's why I pop 40 at a time, and then run 20 at a time, and then about the time they sex, I'll throw another 40 down.
Word. I just don't. I'm always so like timid to fucking pop seeds because I don't never want to fuck them up. I don't want like unforeseen shit to happen, and you know what I'm saying. You know how shit happens when you always pop seeds. fucking you gotta move or some dumb shit.
This is the one I posted today. The Northern Lights 5 Clementine. This family was all weird.
Oh yeah, I saw a shot of that.
Yo, has anybody heard about the Jungle Boys dropping seeds? Fucking, I keep hearing like little fucking.
Okay. The wedding cake back cross and shit.
Yeah, bro. Fucking, I've heard that they're about to drop some seeds.
What's up? Yeah, I mean, they're good growers. I would love to see them do it organic and see what they do. I mean, they would probably bring up a new level to it. But I mean, yeah, they do good. They do some fucking good shit. But like I said, I would love to see it organic.
Right.
I think it's more impressive, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, but I haven't been keeping up with the internet stuffs.
Yeah, I've seen a couple little remarks here and there. Fucking, I think Ivan or however you say his name, fucking kind of mentioned it on the live, Instagram live one day. But I wasn't sure if he was talking about fucking beans or fucking water hash, because I know they just started making water hash.
Well, there you go.
About to fire up this blunt of this animal cookies. What's the chat smoking on? Thanks for coming through, everybody. Cyclops, String Greens, 420 Deadhead Man, Hi Guy. See you guys in the chat. Pharma Hank. Thanks for coming through, guys. If you got any genetics questions or anything like that for the panel you want us to answer, go ahead and drop them in the chat. And, you know, if you got them for specific people, just go ahead and at their username so it can highlight their name or whatever.
Past that, how about we get into some topics?
Yeah.
Who wants to kick it off and talk about their clone-only hunts, selected phenos, etc., what they consider elite, all that type of shit?
It has to taste good, and it has to have the potency.
Yeah,
That's my.
I feel elite is considered one of 2 or 3 things. Elite, like you pheno hunted through a shitload of them to get that killer fucking pheno, or you randomly got some fucking fire and everybody loved
That's what happened to me. I just randomly got some fire out of my banana breath.
You know, those banana breaths are gonna be fire too. Actually, I think I got a few of those guys too. Actually, I think I got the island bananas. I got the offspring off that guy on his 760 cooks.
Yeah. No, it was Candyland, I think. He has some like Candyland
now.
Oh,
there you go.
He put that on.
Yeah, but yeah, there's definitely some out there that you get that one bag seed and it turns out flame as shit. But again, there's genetics out there that people run through 500 of and get that one and put 5 and 10 years worth of work into it. It's all about like how elite it is and everything else. Like it's just a name pretty much. Like you know, it's like the name Kush or not the name Kush, like Bomb or fucking shit like that. Because I mean, people have different representations of different shit.
Well, I mean, as far as clone onlys go, I have a clone only OG Kush that I'm pretty sure no one else has.
Well, anything for people who do not know what clone only means. Clone only literally means if you popped a seed and you made a clone of it and you kept cloning that clone to keep it alive, that is you're the only one that has that genetic variation of it. You've got like Michael Jordan's brother. You don't have Michael Jordan because it's not the absolute peak. You've got a different expression, but it's your expression that you picked. And you can only give that, people can only have that expression if you give it away in a clone form to somebody else. If you do not clone a seed, you will never get that expression again unless you fully revert it and clone it.
This is clone only right here. Good old Death Star.
Yeah, dude, I missed the fucking clip. That is such good meds. That is one of the only sativas that I can actually handle, honestly.
Have you ran that
right now.
Louse?
I haven't ran the Louse all yet.
Crazy.
Yeah, that thing's fucking stacking nice. I fucking love that clip. Man, I grew that clip for like, 3 or 4 years.
I've had it for a while, like now for like 6 months. I still haven't. This is the first now flowering it out.
Dude, she's a beast, dude, but she's hard to nail.
She really like. If you
My
don't have
first
calcium, don't grow her.
My first run was just like a little 1-gallon tester pot, and it threw on like some fucking big old fucking fat nuts. I topped it because I was expecting it to be the way more sativa clip, because one stretches 8 times, one don't, and I was expecting it to stretch, and it didn't. And it threw on these big old fat fucking nuts, and it was so fucking loud. Like, holy shit, that thing was loud. Like, I'd go into just like any store and be like, dude, don't open this in here. The whole fucking the whole entire fucking room's gonna stink. Oh no, it's cool. Go out by the dumpster, fucking open that shit, and it still smells louder than garbage, and still the whole restaurant stinks. Should have closed the door, dude. Sorry. There's no joke though. That shit's so fucking good.
So how can you identify dumpster?
What's up?
How can you identify dumpster?
Dumpster?
Yeah, like the strain.
Like
in flower would identify.
Haven't ran it yet.
Oh no? Okay.
Haven't ran dumpster yet. Yeah, I didn't have a garden for a little while. I pretty much flowered out all my moms and then started it all the way over because I had to move to a new place, didn't know the neighborhood or anything, so figured I'll just start from square one.
Change some water.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I got those Mendo Breath times Grateful Breath on Wi-Fi 43. Dude, I got a lot of those Mendo Breath times Grateful Breaths. Those things are in the fire.
Word. What type of I know you've extensively gone through a whole bunch of clone onlys world. What have you considered some of the best? What have you considered some that are really hype that you really don't like too much?
Well, Black Domina is no joke. The clip that we have, the one that Mello bred on, the one I bred on, they popped seeds, got 125 females, ran 125 versus each other. Number 86 was the bad bitch of them all. Dude, she's potent as fuck. Like, even the most seasoned smoker that likes indicas, that'll put you asleep in a half an hour, no questions asked. Like, I've had friends that are like, no, dude, I smoke ounce a day, no problem, and I'm gonna go out and go fucking longboard and go enjoy my high, and they come back in 20 minutes and go take a fucking nap for the rest of the day. Like, that's one that if you got something fucking important to do, do not smoke that. Like, I really like got that super random out of that Oxo G pack too. I got a this one coated ass fucking Pheno that was a real, just the high on it was unlike any other. Like, we've ran several, like a couple hundred different fucking elites, but this guy, it just makes you completely like, you cannot talk and you're just straight confused. You'd be right in the middle of something and all of a sudden you get lost and you cannot talk. Like, if you're a waiter or something and you smoke that and you're like, hey, how are you? How was your day? You come out like, you're like, what the fuck? That was straight mush mouth. What the fuck happened? And then you get lost. Like, I've never ran into a strain that was like that. I was just like, God damn, that thing is fucking bomb. But yeah, there's his badge had a double high on it. Like, you'd smoke it, 45 minutes later, you sit down and you look up and you're like, did we just smoke again? And you're like, damn, that thing just hit me fucking again. But Death Star is right on point. The LA Affy, all day smoke. Net doesn't have a top. Like that one was just super old school, and yeah, that thing is just fire. But yeah, I feel like you want to do a good pheno hunt and just pretty much you do 20 or 30 at a time or 100 at a time, and you keep the best, and then you do more, and then you keep the best, you do more, you keep the best, then you take all the best and run them against each other, and then you keep rolling, you know? If they're not that good and the high's not there, the taste ain't there, move along and keep going.
Mm-hmm. Never improving stable.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm tossing out literally everything but my banana and my Death Star.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're not keeping that Death Star, send it fucking this way. I'll make sure you get it back because you're gonna miss it when it's gone for sure.
No, the only things that are staying out of my seeds are the OGKB.
Dude, and that's a fucking killer one too. That one's one that you want to like train up a wall and just flower the whole fucking wall of it. But you want to put that in its own fucking room because it grows so slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or just put that guy in like a gallon pot and then just fucking flower the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that OG Kush breath is some real fucking weed. Like I actually grew
these
breath
ones
a run before that. And a run before the OG Kush breath, I did the Dark Heart Nursery Platinum Girl Scout cookie, which is a S1 or a bag seed of the OG Kush breath. I mean, it grew just the same. It had a little teeny tiny different of a look to it. The glands were still on point, but it just didn't have the same kind of high behind it. But I mean, it grew just a little tiny bit faster. It was a little bit more sativa looking, same duckfoot pheno leaf structure to it. Good weed, real good weed. But yeah, I definitely prefer the OG Kush breath over it. What you got there?
Look like they're pretty solid. These right here are the Kona beans. These are like.
Oh, there you go.
Super fat beans.
Nice. Yeah, actually, I just got some, what is it, White Widow times Blue Dream that was back crossed to the more sativa pheno every time. But, I mean, those beans are fat. They're big old fat beans.
Ugh. Have you ever done the Cho seed soak? That's what this is. That's why it looks kind of off color.
Yeah, that shit fucking strokes, dude. Like, if the seeds are old, yeah, you use it. I mean, but you can... I feel like you can try to pop them a couple of times, do a normal pop and see if they do. If they don't rock, re-dry them all the way back out, and then do the Cho soak, because the Cho soak actually puts life and nutrients back in the seed before you actually give them a pop. So they'll actually help them pop a lot better, more vigorous, everything else. But yeah, that shit.
If you guys don't know, all it is just 1 milliliter of every ferment.
Yeah. And the brown rice vinegar actually acts as a sterilizing agent for the old seed, and then scuffing definitely helps if you're doing older seeds. Scuffing, you literally just take
new seeds.
Yeah, and synthetic versus organic seeds. Synthetic seeds have about a 5 to 10 year shelf life, more close to a 5 than a 10 year. But organic seeds, they have enough life to last forever. And I'm pretty sure with the advances in tissue culturing, soon we're going to be able to probably start even culturing old seeds and bringing the strains alive without even fucking popping the seeds. I bet you anything. Watch. I'm excited to run through those Tommy Tonks gear too, though. I got a good handful of those guys. Got camel piss soup, supposedly some original bag seeds from the Grateful Dead concert that Chem D got his seeds from. Great Kool-Aid, his version of cat piss, purple paranoia. There's a few of them in there.
Oh, I'm trying to find some really dank perps. That's what I'm doing right now.
Dude, you need to talk to Valley, bro. Valley's working like his GDP mail on Animal and a bunch of other good fucking crosses, and I'm actually going to start gifting him. I actually have some SR71 times Gorilla Glue 4, but it's a late Hermie on the SR71 on the glue. So, I mean, it's either gonna be you're gonna have Hermes no matter what, but you're gonna find a pheno that either crushes it or they're either all gonna be fucking Hermes. Because I mean, SR71 is a purple Afghani Pheno that was selected by the SR71 club in Amsterdam. And it's also, the other name for it is also called ultraviolet. It actually grows like a fucking bright purple, neon purple Sharpie, all the way around. But it Hermes, if it's not 100% happy, week 6. If it's perfect, it'll do it week 9, and it likes to go 10. But it'll grow some big old fat colas, and it's straight up like grape Kool-Aid. It's weird for an Afghani being grape Kool-Aid, but that's pretty much what it is. And but the Gorilla Glue 4, like I said, it's a bag seed, so you're either going to get a hit or a miss because it's a late Hermy on a Hermy or a bag seed. But the bag seed came out like really pretty well stable unless you push it hard synthetically, or so it's either going to be a hit or miss. So it's either going to be some super purple ass fucking coated to fuck buds that are diesel, or Hermes. So I think he's going to run through like 20 or 30 of those to see what's going on. So I've got other projects going on.
At that SR71 cross to Old Mother Ganny
Oh, there you
from
go.
Bodie. Well, I mean, Stray Fox did the cross, but Bodie's Old Mother Ganny.
Get across, that'll be a lot easier than actually going off fucking Hermes. So that'll be a lot better shot for that guy.
Yeah, I'm still pure Affy.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for us to go through of our after we're gonna do here in a minute. Gonna be some real fire shit going through here. Probably like 200 or 300 seeds we're gonna probably go through. So I've noticed that my bamboo plant is not exactly taking to my soil very likely. It doesn't really prefer a lot of food, it seems.
They like highly microbially dominant. Well, you know that, surely.
probably fungal dominant. Yeah. It doesn't really like any kind of soil that has any food in it. It really wants just mainly like a forest base almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like straight throwing magnesium tacos immediately. I found a sprout that was popping off one of my roots over in my other out back, and I was like, oh, I'll just cut this root off. It's got roots on it and plant it in here. Yeah, magnesium tacos hard fuck.
Have any of you guys ran any blueberries?
Sorry, what?
Have any of you guys ran a blueberry?
I ran a blue cheese that was supposedly DJ Short's blueberry on UK cheese, but it came out all blueberry. There was no cheese in any of them, but they were all seeds.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually want to get blueberry, but I don't know. It's not like that's more of like
if you can get the old,
it has to be like the original.
If you can get the old school Dutch passion blueberry, yeah. But
Yeah.
like
I recommend the old one. I have the 94.
One that goes green. Because I guess DJ Short, he created a blueberry for Dutch passion and then got busted and then had to recreate one for himself, and it came out green versus purple. But the purple is the one you want to breed with. The green one's the one you just want to have it for potency if you're doing that.
I got the 94, and it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Blueberry ends up well, as you know, the just straight Blue Dream, the Cruise Cut Blue Dream, like that's got the original blueberry in it, and it's just coated to shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets really frosty. I wasn't expecting it to get as frosty as it does.
So if you can find that Phenos, like it's gonna be frosted the fuck out in straight blueberry.
Yeah, like
my cousins love that blueberry.
Yeah, my cut isn't like straight blueberry. It definitely has the blueberry taste and smell in it, but like it's also got a little bit of citrus and like a little bit of like a plastic, like almost like a rubber glove type smell to it, or like a paint can type smell.
Paint thinner.
Nah, like when you first open like a can of paint.
Yep.
And it's got like a can of enamel paint, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit does the job. beautifully.
And does anybody know how to switch from just having an icon to back to a camera? Because I can find that setting.
You're on a phone, right?
Yeah.
Monster with the advice. Borealis, maybe.
What?
I don't know. I don't.
I'm
How do you go from an icon to a camera?
I don't know.
What's the question, bro?
My iPhone.
Yeah, no, that's what he's on a phone.
You said what's the question?
How do you go from an icon to a phone on this this chat app?
To the camera.
Dude, like, I'm running these 10Ks fed, and the plants are praying hard as fuck, and they stacking hard. Like, there's obviously more to these than most people say. They say that anything over 6K doesn't really do shit. But the plants visibly like it.
There should be a little camera button someplace. You might have to.
Oh, you just.
I touched that and it says action not
click
available.
Your screen on the phone and then it's on the right.
Yeah, it says action unavailable.
You might have to update the app or something. I have no idea. I don't have a smartphone, so I don't know. What's going on in chat?
I'm just spraying everything down with fulvic acid right now.
Oh, there you go.
What, the seeds you're saying? Or
no, all my clones and whatever else just goes on the plants.
Word.
Man, it's funny. These guys, I've been like slowly, not even really feeding them, like just barely just babying them, and then my soil sits at about like pH 6.8, 6.8, 6.9, and I've been feeding them a little low on my ferments, and they just slowly creep back up. Dude, they fucking love it. They're like, oh, every 2 days they're like, well, you know, you could smack me, and then the next day I'm just basically give them just basic water, and they're like, no, I'll just eat that. That's fine. It's cool. I'm getting like 2 to 3 inches of growth a day. I'm probably gonna end up flipping these guys in like a week versus 2 to 3.
Welcome, Cyclops.
What's going on,
Nice
everybody? How you doing?
Tonight.
Good.
Good. How about you, sir?
All right, let me close up this tent behind me.
Cyclops, what's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Saw you talking in chat there about school clone onlys you got yourself. Want to touch on any of that for the people?
Sure, man. I've got the oldest one is 19, let me see, I germinated it in like December of 90, January of 96, I think, something like that. I've been growing it ever since, nonstop. Of course, I don't keep a mother. I take clones of clones of clones of clones of clones and clones, and this plant has produced for me probably thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of marijuana.
Oh yeah, as long as you keep them happy, they'll keep putting out for you. If you ever have any kind of problems with them cloning or putting on any kind of weight at all, just throw them in the sun for 2 weeks and re-clone it and keep going. That shit works fucking killer.
A lot of times you hear people say things like you get genetic drift when you take clones and keep cuttings or keep a mother for a long time. Usually what happens is there's something wrong with the plant when they're taking the cuttings, or there's something wrong with their cutting process. They're using dirty equipment, so there's germs getting into the viruses, that kind of shit getting into the plant. And things like that cause genetic mutations. But just because you're taking cuttings from a plant, that doesn't cause mutations. Actually, I'll break a rule, and I'll open my tent up, and I'll show you an AK-47 that I have flowering. right? That's an AK-47. You can probably see it right better, a little better right there. Here across AK-47s, they have about 4 weeks left, 4.5 weeks left. I think they're on day 35, so yeah, they have a little over 4 weeks left.
They look good.
And my camera's okay, but it's not the. If you go to if you look at on Instagram, you'll see much better, or even on my YouTube channel, I've got them. My last flower video, I have it on there. And then in the back, I've got some Gorilla Glue #4. There's something called Chocolate Explosion. And I run a progressive, so it's progressive. What word am I looking for? Perpetual, thank you. Yeah, I run a perpetual garden. I've got some plants in here that are in the corner that have been for like a couple days, into these ones up front right here that are ready to be harvested.
Yeah, shit's looking good over there, bro. You said what's the chocolate explosion cross? That sounds tasty.
I have absolutely no idea. Somebody gave me some seeds from like 15, 20 packs from Lost River Seeds, whoever, I'm not sure who he is, but it just says chocolate eruption on it.
Oh, chocolate eruption.
Yeah, there's no, I don't know what the hell is in it. I'm assuming it's some kind of chocolate diesel, but I don't know. There's no telling what's in it. So, but it sounds better than it is. It won't be going through my garden anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
But I usually everything goes through my garden twice, just so I give everything a fair shake.
I think that's important, giving everything at least 2 runs, I like to do 2 to 3, depending on the space and time that I have before I make a selection.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to find. Exactly.
Yeah, you could have 1,000 different minor stresses that happen at key points, If only 2 or 3 of them happen at those key points, it could totally differ what your end outcome comes like.
For sure. Damn, I think Cyclops just dropped off. I was just about to ask him a question.
Yeah, I think Cyclops dropped off, and I think One Shop dropped off as well. They both have the link though, so hopefully they come back in if that was just a technical error.
Borealis, so what kind of genetics are you into, bro?
I don't know. Mendo breath's really doing it for me right now.
Word.
Most of my strains have some Mendo breath in it that I've been running in the last year.
Are you doing any breeding?
No.
Okay, so you just running other people's stuff.
For that. So support like Nature Farm or someone.
Okay, I haven't heard of them. I got to check up on them.
Yes,
are they the ones that
you're following him?
Nature
Farm. He's the one who put me on the Korean natural farming like a year ago.
Oh, okay. It's so many, bro. I follow so many thousands of people, bro.
Sorry about that. I dropped out.
It's all good.
Is that who the Mendo crosses are from?
No, the Mendo. I got one is from Gage Green, the ones who actually made the strain, and then the other ones are from Gromer, the Thug Pug Genetics.
Gotcha.
Like, people think that's hype. Gromer is hype, but you just have to look at his strains. They're not hyped at all. It's worth it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hip to Thug Pug Genetics, dog. Definitely hip. Shout out to Thug Pug. We love you, Gromer. I can't, bro. I've got fucking some money waiting for that Sure Breath coming out, man. I can't wait for that motherfucker to drop.
As soon as he dropped the banana the first time, I bought the pack like within the hour.
Hell yeah. Better make sure the notifications is on.
That's notifications. That's how I got Nature Farm stuff too.
Or has anybody seen fucking the Midwest Best people? What is their fucking the Flora? Hold up, let me see if I can find these people, because they're charging, bro, like $300 a pack, $350 a pack.
Tree Castle or Straight Flame or whatever.
Hold on, Midwest Best. Okay.
I think I've seen their stuff.
The Midwest Best. Yeah, and I think like they have like fucking a lot of bad blood in the seed game, just because their shit's hella fucking like low. Grandy Flora Genetics. There we go. Grandy Flora Genetics is ran by Midwest Best. They're like husband and wife. And yeah, I guess there's some controversy about them using like the dose in their shit, and I don't know, I just heard a lot of fucking breeders don't like them for some reason.
There's just a lot of beef in the breeding world in general.
I know, right?
There's a lot of cutthroat. See, it used to be when there weren't a whole lot of breeders. Ethics was pretty much guided the day. You didn't steal somebody else's genetics. You didn't have to try to protect your gear. You traded with each other and you worked with each other. But then as more people started to hopping into it, people started just breeding with anything, and like taking a 10-pack and finding a male and a female and breeding it and taking those genetics and calling them theirs.
Right.
Instead of taking genetics and pheno hunting and then making a new forward cross and then stabilizing it, and stabilize to a breeder does not mean this plant does not go hermy. It means 90% of those plants are going to be exactly the same across the board. And you'll get one or two that are different. But now if you drop a pack of 10 seeds, 90% of the time you're dropping F1s or F2s. And F1s you can kind of get away with because they only show the dominant traits. F2s is where the strains really open up and everything shows. That's when you get a big variety of the genetic genetic profile.
Variations.
Yeah, just everything it shows itself, and it's all open to be there. If you pop enough seeds, you'll come through everything that's available. And the job of the breeder is to make so that I'm a corn farmer and I take corn and I plant a field of corn. My corn is all the same. I can sell it, right? I can market it to either as feed or as food cash crop. But if you have a bunch of variations and you're a production grower, that doesn't work very well because they all feed differently, they all grow differently, they're different heights, they have different tastes, and then you have a customer that, hey man, I want that flower, and you don't know what that flower is. You have a name for it, but you don't have the phenome. So all those things started coming in, and then you have people that are breeders that are bastardizing their genetics by selling seeds that were made through a Hermes, either by accident or by using feminized seeds as breeding stock, and those things they weren't something that we did back in the day. You just didn't do that. And now there are so many people out there, and everybody's trying to compete with everybody, and everybody's looking at that fresh, that fast buck, and they're seeing seeds going for $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $10,000 for a seed, right? And I've seen it. I've seen seeds go for $20,000 a seed, whether it germinates or not, right? And man, everybody, if you can get lucky and you want a piece of that, shit, you're gonna get it, and your scruples are gonna take a back seat when you need cash to pay your bills, or for whatever reason, and it's hard to.
I got a question for you. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So you breed too yourself, right?
Yes.
How long have you been breeding?
I started growing in like 1982. I started breeding within a few years after that, but I didn't really do anything because of the environment primarily until like within the last 4 or 5 years.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you, what's your opinion as far as like, when you first started, and the genetic variation was so open, like, people didn't have every strain that we have now. Like, I think the genetic variation is pretty small now. Like, there's not too many unseen strains or phenos or variations of cannabis we haven't seen. At least in my opinion.
Actually, there are.
Right. I mean, I'm sure there are. But I'm just thinking back, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes back when, you first started in the 80s. And it was just like, probably every strain you guys picked up was new. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like now we've either seen them or heard about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, but we have new strains today. But really, we call them strains, but they're not strains.
They're whatever it is, the genetics.
Right. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to understand, like, what's your opinion as far as, the breeders now, and on top of like fucking there's 10,000 breeders now. Back in your day, there was like fucking 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you got like everybody crossing everything with the fucking same thing. What's your opinion as far as, you know what I'm saying, like the stability and the longevity and the genetics and stuff like that? Does that hinder the genetics?
Yes and no. What happens is as you interbreed, when you interbreed genetics, you get further down the F scale. When you get to like F14-ish, F15, you start to get mutations in your plants. And that's because the genes are starting to bottleneck and they're starting to replicate themselves. And the way to fix that is to breed it with something fresh, and then it opens the gene pool back up. But that was very much a problem in the 90s, really, when it was a lot tougher to get genetics from another continent. There was a lot more of trading back and forth between local growers and breeders and across the country, but not so much, outside of the country. But now you can get seeds from anywhere,
right.
Any place in the country. It's hard to find a true land race, because land race just means it's wild. It's been pollinated for its whole existence naturally. Nothing has ever been selected to breed with it. And even in the Hindu mountains in the Afghan area, the hemp farmers there have been selectively breeding marijuana for 1,000 years or more. So even what we call a land race from there isn't truly a land race. So, but we're as long as we're taking seeds from one environment or genetics from one environment and bringing it to another environment, like crossing continents, then the bottlenecks are going to disappear because you're adding in all that extra genetic information.
Right.
Does that?
So is it okay? I mean, I heard what you said.
Okay.
But you know, I'm gonna have to listen to this again to try to like really comprehend all of it. So, in layman's terms, is this good or bad?
Well, it's
you know what, all the fucking same breedings going on and inbreedings going on. Like, well, in your opinion, is this good or bad? You know what I'm saying?
It's both. It's there's there's strengths and positives to it. We inbreed to make strains the same, or to make one strain the same. If I go to you and I get a pack of seeds that are AK-47 times, I don't know, Sunshine Daydream from Bodhi Seeds, because I just read that one. And then you take I take an AK-47 times G13, and we take those offsprings from those two and we put them together. We're not replicating our genetic code from the beginning, because we're adding in on both sides. So we're changing, and anytime you add a new genetic string into it, you're changing what that plant is and what it can be. So it's, as long as you're adding things to it, it's okay. You're not tying up that genetic line. Does that help you a little more or no?
Yeah, I mean, it gives me a better view of your, you know what I'm saying, of how you view things and stuff. That's basically what I was trying to get at.
I understand.
Because I'm just curious, you know what I'm saying, like, fucking, we'll all be here in another fucking 20 years to see, you know what I'm saying, how all these different breeders like saturating the game or the market or whatever, fucking with the same genetics. It'll be interesting to see.
Technology will get involved with it if that becomes a problem. And we genetically modify marijuana, the organism, right now by selective breeding it. We can also do it through plant tissue culture. So it's don't when you hear GMO, don't let that freak you out. Genetically modified organism. People, when they say GMO, they're thinking of Monsanto, and that's who they got a problem with. Usually GMO is not a problem in itself as a technology. It just shortens the time span. Like if I take a 100% sativa and 100% indica and try to mix them together, I'm going to have problems because they don't mix very well when they make their first intermingling. You can do it. It just takes a lot of selection and a lot of time. But if I use a little plant tissue culture or genetic, little GMO, then manipulating the gene line, there is no variation. Every one of them will work, and they will mix together, and and without any deformities or any mutations. And that is the plus of genetically modifying through scientific means rather than through selective breeding, because that's all they're doing.
Word.
I think that you need to distinguish that from transgenic modification, which is what most people think of when they think of genetic modification, which is when they take a gene from one species, combine it with a gene, with a DNA sequence from another species, which is different than what you're talking about, correct?
Absolutely. You can do that with plant tissue culture, with plants that are with species that are related. It doesn't matter where they're related. Like you can take the only plant that you can plant tissue with marijuana is beer hops because they originally come from the same plant. They originally had the same or origination. So they carry the same base genome. So you can mix those together without any problems. But now if you're talking about mixing like a dog with a cat, you know, and that's something different. But or you get fruits and vegetables that are produced all the time, with a tangelo, a seedless orange, lots
Apriums,
of them, seedless
and all that
raisins.
shit.
You know, those are all genetically modified, either through breeding or through actually manipulating the gene code. But they're not taking genes from a foreign, like a dog, and putting it into an apple. You know what I mean? That's what I think of when I think of transgender mutation.
Yeah, that is transgenic mutation, but like there's just usually not a lot of nuance to the conversations about GMOs, and just trying to add a little bit of that in, because there is a complete difference between what you were saying versus, say, chemical mutagenesis modification, which is like when somebody's applying, say, colchicine or something to a plant, or versus transgenic modification. So everybody has their own opinions on where they stand, but at least it's better to be educated and know that there is a difference between each of them.
I agree. Bob Dog's all hung up, man, because I can sell my AK-47 clones and he can't.
I said he must want to share some knowledge with us. He must want to contribute some knowledge to the panel.
Oh wait, what about? Oh wait, Mendo? No, not new.
Michigan, what's up, Michigan LED? Michigan LED grower just jumped in the building.
In the chat or in the oh, what up, brother?
I need a dab. Cheers, guys.
Word.
Cheers. Cheers. No, I appreciate you dropping that bomb on us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always like to get fucking, like, I'm always, you know, surrounded by people, you know, who came up in my generation, when I always have the opportunity to have someone around who, you know, experienced things that I didn't get to experience. So I always try to get, you know, knowledge or feedback, opinions, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So
I
appreciate you.
My pleasure, and always pay it forward, man. That's one of my mottos. I didn't learn how to grow by myself necessarily, almost, but not quite. But somebody took me under their wing, and I always found that it's best to help other people learn to grow and understand it. Especially if I want to sell seeds, everybody should grow.
Right. For sure.
Excuse me.
I kind of just want to add a little bit into something that you like loosely touched on at one point, Monster, when you were saying something about like how there were whatever 20 like notable breeders back in the day. I just want to add in that, like, aside from that, there were always the underground, more decentralized breeders doing it on a much smaller scale. And like they're a lot of the reason why we still have the genetic diversity that we have today. If you compare the genetic diversity that we see in cannabis compared to corn or any other large-scale agricultural crop, even things like broccoli or cabbage or things that have been less corporatized to some degree, at least when compared to like corn or soy or whatever, the genetic diversity in cannabis is astounding. And that's something that I very much so think is important to keep in mind as legalization progresses. You know, keep people open to the idea that they are able to contribute, even if it's in some small way, even if it's only a small open pollination of a 10 or a 20 pack of seeds that they get. you know, saving their own seeds the way that people do for tomatoes or whatever in their garden. That will be a great way to preserve the genetic lines that exist today as future unfolds, and we see probably a very corporate takeover of a lot of the industry.
I agree with that 100%. I got no problem with people breeding. Everybody should breed, along with growing.
Yep.
And you're right, it is the only way to keep genetics around and alive. And I keep seeds, you know, for that 15, 20 years, and then I'll germinate them just to bring back something about that genetic, you know, or that whatever strain it is or mix that I'm dropping.
Do you guys think that we kind of like missed the best period of seed preservation? I know that's like purely opinion, but I'm just curious what you guys think.
I really don't think so. I think we might be in the midst of it.
Word.
Because, like, if you look around, you could find so many amazing preservation projects going on right now. And a lot of people are seemingly ramping it up in fear of what could possibly go down in the future, and are still taking advantage of the way that the black market works, and or pseudo black market, even in legal states, whatever, taking advantage of the cup sales and shit. But I think that we might be in, because we have access to shit that 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you otherwise wouldn't have access to, just due to the lack of communication between people. Like, I was able to get fucking is collected in such like sent over to me from a friend that I have there that lives there, that's lived there all his life, that if not for the internet, I never would have known.
Word.
I think a lot of it depends on which window you're looking through too. And depending on where you're at, if you're in a California, and if you're looking at a financial aspect of it, you might have some difficulties if you're new, just because it's a reputation based business and word of mouth. And that's the way I usually look first when I'm thinking, when I talk about seeds, is I'm looking at the business aspect of it, and what the opportunities are and where the opportunities are. Like where I'm at, we just this last month became medically legal, so the state here is getting ready to open wide open. And I want to be in a position to take advantage of it.
I like Bob Dog's comment. I don't know if I agree with it, but I like how he wrote it out. He said, once upon a time, people held genetics in precious hold and had desire to preserve their heritage instead of encouraging progression towards greater gains, trying to pimp their beans. I like how you wrote that out, bro.
There's still people like that today, though.
Yeah.
You just got to find them.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with pimping your beans, man. Everybody's got to make a living, right? Now, I agree that there's not necessarily a reason to be selling seeds for a couple $100 for a 5-pack or a 10-pack. That's kind of ridiculous, especially when you look at how many seeds you get from a plant, or you can get from a plant. But then again, a lot of work does go involved into to making a stable strain of marijuana, you know, that everybody likes. That's not just, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think it really depends on how much, like, I don't know. It depends on what it's worth to the individual person who's buying it, what it's worth to the person who's selling it, how rare it is, all that shit. Whatever the person's willing to buy is what it will go for, essentially. And
Well,
if they're looking for selling 10 packs and that's it, you know,
well,
and some companies do that and they sell them for 500,000 a pack. But I understand it.
I don't. I mean, that's crazy.
It's like,
That's
I don't know.
that's too buku. But people will tell me that I don't charge enough for my seeds. That's why they don't buy them, because they don't cost enough money. You think I'm kidding? I'm serious.
Well, I've heard people say that about glass too. I've heard them say the same shit about glass. Like they won't buy the $40 bangers from fucking from Amazon, but they'll spend $200 on a fucking QCB. You know what I'm saying? Like
This is a $450 Blunhthumb, man.
because of perceived quality.
This is a $400 upside down big hitter bomb. Yeah. But I've had my $50 pieces too, though. You know, I'm not knocking on that. But it usually when people are investing in glass, or when they're buying expensive glasses, they're trying to invest it. A lot of times they're actually they're somebody's plugs, and they're trying to get rid of cash, but still have value to it. And you can still, like, you go out and purchase a mothership, and 2 years from now you can sell that mothership for this, usually for the same that you bought it for or more, even though it's used and you've been using it, you know.
Right.
And so that's the way it's an investment, and it depends on how you look at it and where you're coming from. As a in the old days, you know, the dealer couldn't go down to you know, the car dealer and pick up 3 or 4 cars and park them in his lot, you know, and not have somebody look at them, you know. But you can spend $5,000 on a bowl and put it in a little case, and nobody knows it's there unless you show it to them. So there's reasons for everything, and everything is, you know, I mean, people take advantage of the situation because people want to be taken advantage of, I guess. I don't know.
well, I think they're buying some exclusivity. I think that's kind of what it really is. I mean, because even myself, I can kind of, you know, put myself in that group where I'm really not looking at seeds that are cheaper than around $50 to $70 a pack. And just in my eyes, from what I've seen, just the quality is, I mean, you know, and what I'm looking for, like I'm looking for something very specific. A lot of times people aren't as specific when they're looking through genetics as I am. You know what I'm saying?
That depends on the breeder.
Look, if
sell their shit for a good price and they put out amazing work. Fucking Mello is selling his shit for 40 a pack, and it's top quality.
It's all supply and demand. If your Bodhi seeds, and you do a seed drop and your seeds are gone in 2 hours, and you did a seed drop at 7 different seed banks, and each seed bank got 5,000 seeds, and they're gone in a matter of an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know. And so in that case, you know, what do? You charge more to keep it on your shelf for a little bit longer, because if it's gone, and you ain't getting it no more until he's ready to drop more seeds.
Right.
You know, so it's, and I don't know, it's a weird game, because there's no regulation, there's no business practices, you know. There's no ISO 9000 for a breeder, you know, and that's how businesses, corporations, how they monitor themselves, and keep their businesses practices at 100% legitimate, keep their business, the way they operate and how they operate legitimate is through these types of certifications and making their business plans open, you know, and those types of things. But you can't really do that with a dispensary, you know, or a grower, you know, or even a breeder, because even though it may be legal in your state, it's still illegal federally under the RICO Act, and you don't want to fuck with the RICO Act. That's why banks won't take a dispensary's money or a grower's money or a breeder's money, because the federal government will come in and shut them down. They can, not to say that they would, but they can.
I mean, in my eyes, I would hope that, you know, the breeders kind of look at themselves like artists. You know what I'm saying? And
some do and some don't.
Right.
You know, I mean, like anything, you have to me, breeding is all in what you see in the plant and how you can take what you see and pull it out and put it together with something else, and then make it. But what you envision, everybody else likes. You know,
right.
Most people enjoy it. Most people like, and you know that's what you're aiming for. Even though you may like it, everybody else may think it's shit.
Right.
You know, and you know you gotta go with who the most people are gonna like it, because
you kind of got to be a psychic in a sense. Like, you got to tell the future. Like, you got to be able to predict what people were gonna like and what people aren't gonna like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the people that they follow the trends. If you'll notice, once Gorilla Glue came out, everybody started crossing that shit up because they wanted a piece of that pie. And most people that bred with Gorilla Glue know that Gorilla Glue is bred from Hermes stock. It was a fucking accident, you know. I mean, yes, I have Gorilla Glue in my garden because I had to try the flowers. I would never breed with it. I won't breed with it. And it'll only be in my garden for probably another season or two, and then it'll be gone. But those are the things that I'm talking about, that breeders got to hold themselves accountable to. You know, and even some of the big name breeders have been breeding with it because they're following the trend.
Yep. I mean, you know, in a sense, I guess that goes along with every kind of other industry. You know what I'm saying? Architecture, fashion, transportation. You know what I'm saying? They're all kind of trend based.
But there's always that niche.
Yeah,
you know,
for
there's always
sure.
going to be those people providing that other side of it.
Yep, most definitely. What are some genetics that you guys are excited about upcoming?
That you said?
I said, what are some upcoming genetics that you guys are excited about? Some upcoming projects or in the works breedings or anything like that you may be working on yourself or may have heard about?
I can't wait for that fucking skunk project.
I was
from
just about to say that,
Mellow.
that 69 skunk.
Yeah.
I need that shit so bad.
I'm not hip to that. I'm not hip.
Oh
you should get hip. You gotta, just keep the Nature Farms page.
Okay.
Nature Farm,
crazy.
Whatever like genetics he has, they're all proven. They're not like bullshit anything. He goes after he's throwing out more elites than you've heard of.
Okay, I'm gonna check him out right now. Nature Farm.
What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the next Nyrika seed drop, like Nyrika Seed Trust seed drops, which is Bodhi's preservation line. There should be a Peshwari Paki dropping, I think, and a Jamaican bush hash plant, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I've been recently just been getting seeds from trading with people, so I haven't really been paying attention to drops that much.
Yeah. I know that there's a few other good things coming up. kind of escaping me right now. What about you, Cyclops? You look forward to anything?
Well, actually, yeah, I'm, well, a couple of projects I'm working on. I don't pay too much attention with what somebody else is necessarily working on. But I have something working, a collab working right now with Redline Genetics.
Right.
I'm not going to dispose what we're breeding, but the best of his and the best of mine, and we're breeding it up, and we'll be doing a giveaway once we or a couple of giveaways anyway once we breed that up. And then I am working with or talking to another breeder that's worldwide known, that hopefully to do a collab with him under kind of the same parameters, my best to his best, and we'll switch seeds and we'll do a giveaway as well.
Nice.
And then I'm working on two projects. One is I'm trying to breed twins to a pretty high percentage, up around like that. I'd like to get around 40 or 50%. I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not, but I'm going to try. And I've got a couple years in it, and probably have a couple more years left to go with it. And then I am working on a red strain that is new and
A red strain.
yeah, red flowers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Not pink,
That's gonna be
but
interesting.
red, like blood red.
Nice.
Yeah, it's and that's going pretty well too. So
Look, I can't wait for those. I'll definitely run some of those. That seems like it's gonna be really photogenic. I love photogenic plants.
yeah, well, I'm working on some purple too that kind of came along right along next to those reds, but those will be a little bit as well. Probably I'm looking at probably a year before they're ready to be released.
And just in case anybody isn't familiar, can you please tell everybody what your YouTube channel and your Instagram and everything is?
I'll put the link right here in the well, they got my link on for YouTube on the chat, and I'll post again so they can do it. And Instagram is Cyclops Genetics, I think.
Cyclops Genetics, okay.
Cyclops space with an underscore. If anybody's on Mass Roots, Cyclops Genetics
Nice.
there as well. But yeah, on Instagram, it's Cyclops _genetics. And then my website, if you don't mind, is
Oh no, go ahead.
www.cyclopsgenetics.bigcartel.com.
Up on there right now, matter of fact. Cyclops at Big Cart or Cyclops
Big
Genetics.
Cartel or Cyclops
Okay.
Genetics, yeah.
Word. Popped right up. So these are the 4 strains that you have currently available now: the Frank Stank, Guido's Gold, Sunny D, and Sunny Jack.
Yeah, I've got a Jackpot Express as well. That's locked down. I just haven't put it on the site yet. And Jackpot Express is one that's fucking, oh my. It smells, when it's on the plant, it smells like pineapple and cat piss. And
Just one more time, what was that website?
Cyclops Genetics .bigcartel.com. And then I with every seed order, man, I'm pretty generous. I always give a freebie, at least a 5-pack of my East Coast OG Kush. And if anybody knows Mr. Sparks a lot, he just grew it out just freshly, and he just now started smoking on it. So ask his opinion of it. And those are my freebies that I give all the time. But then I also like to kind of pick a little something special for that order that I send with it. Sometimes it's something that's tested. Sometimes it's something that might not be tested. It just depends on a lot of times on what I know of that grower.
Right.
Hey, hey, Cyclops. This is CantWait. How you doing tonight?
All right, man. How are you?
All right. Hey, the two that you sent me, they're crosses with the. I think I got one that's Sunny Jack with Jackpot Express, or no, it's Frank's Dank with Jackpot Express.
Yeah.
And then the other one is I think Sunny Jack with Jackpot Express. I believe those are the two you sent me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now those, the flowering time on those. What's the flowering time on those?
The one with the Frank's Dank, I'm not sure. That should be about 65 days.
Okay.
The other one should be under 60 days.
Okay, that's what's up.
Like 55 to 58.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
It's a fast flower, and it's nice, nice big heavy flowers too.
That's sweet, brother. Yeah,
they're covered in trichomes.
That's going to be, they're part of my next run I'm doing. I know I posted up my next lineup on Instagram, but I didn't post those, but I was going through my strand. I was like, ooh, shit, I still got to run these. So yeah, those are going to be in my next lineup I'm running.
Cool, man.
So you should be seeing those get popped here in about a week or so.
Cool, bro. I'll be looking for them, man.
Yep.
If you have any problems or need anything, let me know, all right?
All right, we'll do. Definitely be hitting you up about the information on them. Definitely will.
Right,
and you
man.
say that you said that the Sunny, what's that? The Sun Jack Express, or the Express, when you said it's got like that cat piss pineapple smell to it.
Well, that would be those are going to be F1s.
Yeah.
So they're going to be pretty solid to what it is. It's probably going to either be grapefruit or maybe a Fresca. It should produce like arm length colas.
Yeah.
Just glazed in trichomes, man. I mean, if you make concentrates, you would probably, that would be a good choice to make it with. And
oh yeah, me and Monster,
right,
we gonna be doing that. Me and Monster, we own that. We own that. We own that. Ain't that right, Monster?
And hold up, I didn't even hear. What happened? What we on?
He said, he was saying that the concentrates, he said if you're in the concentrates, those would be excellent for the concentrates. And I was like, yeah, nice. Me and Monster, we own that.
Nice. That's what's up.
My
so I got some of those.
My Jackpot Express is one that is especially well known for the concentrates. The flavor on it is very intense. The high is it's a social kind of a uppity high, but real kind of artistic, creative. It gets you talking, but it's not one to make you paranoid. You know, you won't get paranoid on it.
Right.
But it's yeah, man, it's one of my favorites. The Jackpot.
Hey, when you were growing those, did you notice that like certain characteristics, like, you know, we top a lot, some of us crop a lot. Did you notice, or LST? Did you notice any problems with doing that if you tried it?
I beat the shit out of my plants, man. Always, to make sure that they're nice and solid and they're nice, and it's if you came to me and told me that one of my strains went Hermy on you, I would really have to. I'd have to come look at your growing environment and see what's going on, because something's up. Because it's rare that I don't breed with things that are real finicky, because I don't want to fuck with that, you know. But it doesn't have to be good.
Uh-oh, who we lose?
Oh, I think we lost him. We lost
We
Cyclops.
lost him.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
He'll jump back on. He'll jump right back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got those strains, Monster. I got those. He sent me two testers of those.
Cyclops said, if you say you got some Hermes from his seed, he said he's skeptical.
Hell yeah.
He said he's skeptical. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Right.
Veg shots from that skunk project I was mentioning before.
Oh, word. That's a beautiful plant right there. Okay, so it's the .nature farm. Okay.
Yeah.
The.nature.farm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, this project's gonna be something. If I were you guys.
Did you guys see any of those Kona sunset pictures what he put up? I don't know. This was a while ago though.
The actual Kona Sunset mother.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what got me
that's
hyped up on popping the seeds.
I'm really upset that I missed out on that one. I was trying to get Kona Sunset from Gooey after that. Last Pro Bang cross to the Metal Platinum Girl Scout cookies.
Bum's breath since he's grown that. I also have those going.
Yeah.
Right now.
So,
and that fucking shit that he has from seems really dope too.
what do you think the terps are gonna be like?
On which?
On that one right there, that Laos Luang Prong Bang. Did I just say that right on the first time?
I have no idea. It says like spilling lighter fluid on your hand.
Hey, so what strain did he get from KDSCs?
Apple Dream.
He's got Sasquatch Frost.
I got the Sasquatch Frost, bro. I got that. I got Primal Scream. I got Strawberry Juice. I got Casey's Gus. I got 4 of his right now. And matter of fact, I got Sasquatch Frost in flower right now.
Dream that he's running.
I swear, I could wait till you got on, bro.
Sasquatch.
Why is that?
Can't wait till it's legal is the biggest seed junkie on the panel right now. Straight up, he pops more seeds than anybody.
Yeah, but I'm digging that. Right now I'm on my phone sitting in my car, so I'm gonna cut off for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna jump back on my laptop real quick. But I'll see you guys in about 5 more minutes. 5 10 minutes.
Brother.
Yep.
Word.
All right, guys.
So who is all? You banging out too, doggy?
Yeah, I was just saying I'm gonna bust on out of here.
What?
And shit's freezing up and stuff. Save some talk for another time.
Word. Thanks for coming through, bruh.
Hey, anytime, guys. Just give me a holler.
All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening, bro.
All right, man. Cheers.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Later.
Oh.
Yo, Haze, why is your house like always on fire?
Did you guys fucking hear that or what?
Yes. Every episode.
Beep, beep. He's always getting high and smoking down in that motherfucker, dog.
Put a bag over that shit. Put a bag over your fucking. I have a hat that fits perfectly over mine.
Yo, this shit is not fucking cool, bro. This is not fucking cool.
Shit. I don't think there is not one smoke detector in my house. These motherfuckers are tripping.
Nah, you just playing smart.
Yeah, I have never seen one in the 2 years I've been in here.
Yeah. Oh man, this shit's fucking trips me out, dog. Oh, dude.
But yeah, back to fucking upcoming releases. I'm also really looking forward to the Mel's Punch, which I know I mentioned once or twice.
What is that?
It's a Banana Buckeye F2 back cross. So it's Buckeye Purple, I think F2 back cross. cross to the OG from Oregon Kid, and then taking the F2 and back cross to the Banana OG, cross to the Orange, which is an F6 of a whole bunch of orange strains. So like the Cali Orange, the Vortex Orange Kush,
wow,
like 4 or 3 other things. It's
I
a
need
real
to wash that. I need to wash that shit.
What's it called?
Yeah, Mel's Punch.
Nice. Fucking, I used to grow some orange kush back in the day and shit.
Word.
But
and then she's also doing fucking NL5 F5 repopulation of the 89 NL North. Something to look forward to. That I want to get like 100 pack of that and do like a real good pheno hunt of.
Crazy. Yeah, to kind of segue off that, I was going to say I'm looking forward to Ninja's upcoming crosses as Ninja cross with the Banana. And
oh yeah, he kind of mentioned that, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Right. So
what were the crosses he was
waiting on
working
my
with? It was the Ninja Fruit and the Banana OG, you said?
yeah, that was one of them. I forget. He was working on several, but I'm too stoned right now to think of what the fuck else he was working with. Someone could maybe help me out in chat.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he said a Banana OG.
Yeah, but in terms of like other strains he's working on with the Ninja Cross.
Sour Diesel, I think, is one.
Oh, yeah. It's the Sour D for sure. Sour Ninja.
And then I think they got a Bruce Banner. That's a man of Bruce Banner. Fucking hold on.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Banana OG cross is gonna be something. I don't know. I like the fruity shit, man.
Oh, he just put a post up. Fucking Ninja just put a post up a couple of days ago about the fucking banana, bro. Go check out Ninja's page.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Shout outs Ninja OG, Triple OG, Playboy Winner.
I need to find somebody who lives near me who's gonna run all those different seeds when they pop a pack, so I can just steal cuts because I ain't got room for that shit.
Right? I feel you, bro. I feel you. Need to expand always.
I did pick up about as far as like my seed. Well, actually, I did a pretty good like pickup off Attitude, but you know, I bought like a half O of this seeded bud one time, and it was garbage, but you know, it worked. But I wanted the seeds from it because I was like, that's a lot of seeds, man, and I got like 200 something seeds. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I don't even trust them because you know. But I mean, I could like, I don't know. Like somebody was
for the
talking,
grandkids,
right? Like who knows, man? Just like bury them underground somewhere. Just like seal them up though, otherwise they'll grow because it's kind of how they work.
Fuck yeah, dude! It's always good to have seed stock, man. Like my homie, dude, he collects literally every and any seed, bro. Like fucking puts it in a little paper thing and wraps it up and labels it, and you know what I'm saying? He's got fucking the crazy stash.
That's what I do. If anyone's down to give me seeds, I'll take them and put them in my stash.
Word.
If I don't like them, I'll just give them away to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're hard to store. So as long as you already have like an environment that's good for seed storing, just cold and dry, then I mean, it's not like it's any skin off your back.
Well, I live in Alaska, so that's like cold and dry.
There you go, man. Just put them outside.
Yeah.
Don't do that. They'll probably grow in the spring. Okay.
So it's Borealis, like Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Tight.
Are you doing outdoor this year, dude?
What?
Are you doing outdoor this year?
I fucking wish I could. That would you have. The season's short, and it's called, like, where I'm at, it's called Land of the Midnight Sun, and that's real. You have to for me to like have a real outdoor, I'd have to have plants early on to just throw out and dep immediately. That's just, I'd rather have full season.
No, yeah, I didn't know. Like, I don't know. I've never been to Alaska. I didn't know if the whole.
Yeah, the summer where I'm at, it's literally you get like a couple hours of darkness.
That's nuts, dude.
Not really worth it.
What does that do for your sleep schedule?
Close the curtains.
Those some thick ass curtains, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm from California, man. Where like we don't really have any preparations for gnarly weather except for like earthquakes. All our freeways, bro, them shits are on lock. The bridges, they're not gonna fall down. But if it rains, we're all gonna die.
God. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to Shrimp's gear coming out, the fucking Astro Champ, and what else has he got coming out? Tell me out.
Wizard glue.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna fully release that, but I know that he has like a limited stock that he's gonna have at the cups for the Wizard glue. And yeah, I forget what the fuck else does Shrimp have, dude. Oh, you have some of the shit, Monster. What is it? The skunk beard?
Swashbuckler.
Shrimp stuff.
Yeah.
I've got his skunk beard and yeah, that's what I'm running right now. Fucking the skunk beard's kind of finicky, bro. Like fucking, I had 2 Phenos like start popping hella bananas and shit, and one of my fucking dark plasmas Hermes. But I had like a light on my humidifier in there on for like 3 weeks before I fucking found out.
That's the shit that just happened to me. I had to scrap because I had some herms going. I was like, fuck it, I'll restart because I have a power strip hanging and it has a bright ass light, meaning that the strip's on. Didn't realize that till like 4 weeks in. I was like, God damn it, I have to restart.
Yeah, fucking, it was my fuck up, but they're coming out really fucking good, bro. Like I got one that's like black leaves, dog.
That's why I kept my banana breath blacks out.
Nice. So what's the cross on that again, Monster?
On the skunk beard is animal cookies crossed with alien riff.
Nice. Yeah, let me know how the smoke is on that, bro.
I think I'm gonna wash, bro. I think I'm gonna wash the whole room, bro. I think I'm gonna mix the skunk beard and the dark plasma, bro. When you walk in that room, it's fucking like a fucking cookie smoothie, bro. I swear to God, it smells so good. I just want to wash the whole room.
Nice.
I'm really seriously thinking about it, just cutting like probably about 1 ounce or 2 off just to smoke on.
Just take the prime flowers and wash the rest.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I'm gonna do, dog.
That's what I'm trying to do that next run.
It's fun, man. Like
I just burned
flowers are no
too
fun.
Fast.
Right, me too. I know.
Flowers are still fun. Don't lie.
You said what, bro?
I said flowers are still fun. Don't lie.
Yeah, I
Fucking
know.
I'm getting tired
Bubble
of it.
hash is my thing. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I go both ways. Yeah, I love the flowers. You know, I'm old school, so I gotta stay true to the flowers. But the more I smoke a flower or just exclusively flower, I lean back towards the extracts. And then when I dabble too hard in the extracts, you know, I just get burnt out and have to chill out for a bit and go back to flower.
That's exactly what I do. Yep, just go back and forth between the two when needed.
Hey, shout out to Vader OG
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick,
into
man. Fucking, I'm trying to get the Ocean Grown guys over here, and I fucking spaced out, and I was sending the invites to the wrong damn hangouts, and
Again.
that's why fucking Team OG hasn't been getting the invites.
Proud of you. Didn't you do that the first time when they came on too?
Yeah, man, this technology, dog. I'm not
All right,
hip.
so I got a bunch of feminized
Jesus.
seeds in front of me. Was one I wanted to ask about because you guys have been growing a lot longer than I have. Oh, here it is. The DNA Genetics Chocolope.
Yeah, I've
Zim-
seen people. That's like a decent one.
Yeah, I've had the
That's it.
chocolate before. It's pretty decent for sure. I'm trying to think of the last time I've had it. It's been a minute, but it's definitely some decent smoke.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I've never even smoked it before. I'd heard of it, but I've never smoked it. So, and I got a bunch of good reviews on all.
DNA
bunch
is
of different,
like you can't really go wrong. I don't know. Some of the newer stuff I don't really like that much, but a lot of the older stuff, it's solid.
No, yeah, for sure. No, I got all kinds of shit. I got delicious. I got cotton candy, critical cheese, berry rider, blueberry gum, Humboldt Blue Dream, Humboldt OG Kush, Chocolope, Big Kush, THC Bomb, Autocritical, Honey Bells, Peach Puree CBD, some shit called Orca, Black Dog, Fruity Chronic Juice, and Acorn. Wait, Bubblegum and Sour D also. I got all that shit for like $90.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
On Attitude.
Was it like a package deal or what?
It was a holiday sale going on, and some they had like a Bitcoin deal too.
Nice.
I felt cool.
Yeah, I'm always hesitant to order from the overseas banks, but I gotta say, Attitude has some shit on there that you can't find at any other bank.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hate how most of
um,
they take all of it out of the original packaging. That pisses me off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
was
don't
kind of
trust them.
bummed
That's
that
the thing. Like
I was kind of bummed, but
Mountain
I
and shit
wanted my
like that from
seeds.
Bodie, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, Green Line Organic Seed Bank. I love that. Like you order it, it's there instantly. Like
Green
super
Line?
quick. Yeah,
They're official?
it's most of his shit sells out so quick though. You have to be like on top of it.
Word, that's good. I'm glad to hear somebody, because I think I had asked about them on the first Seed Junkie stream, and nobody had any experience
That's
with
where
them.
I got my banana breath from. As soon as he posted on Instagram, I bought that like the second he did that.
No, and I'm definitely not
I
trying
don't
to
know.
order.
Most of his stuff sells out like the day he posted it, so you have to be quick.
Yeah, I like Nkatana. He does good.
I'm always scared the people that always got like drama and shit going on with them. I always be scared to spend money with them motherfuckers, man.
Yep.
No,
I mean,
it's a good
he
thing to
has
be
some
scared of.
exclusive strands, so I just like if it's worth it, I'll buy it, regardless of the drama.
So you don't be worried about them, nobody like switching seeds on you or nothing?
No, most of the packs that I got have what's it called? Fuck. Like the safety seal.
Security seals.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Yo, why would Attitude fucking take their shit out of the packs?
It's for like discreet shipping, but it doesn't matter.
That's some
If they open
bullshit.
the package, they're gonna find seeds regardless.
What if they accidentally swap some shit around or something?
That's why I'm like, that's sketchy.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely, for different reasons, don't want to order from overseas again. I want to try and keep it local, but you know, It was a good deal, and I didn't pay very. All in all, I didn't pay very much money compared to how much like they were worth, and you know, oh, I hope they didn't fuck me. You hear me, attitude? We'll fucking fly across that fucking ocean.
That's one thing I was gonna say. It's been so long since I've ordered from another country that I forget about discreet shipping. And like back in the day, how shit would be all tucked away up in the cut, But
Yeah, I got my shit in like a pack of socks.
But that's why I like U.S. shit, because it's like, oh, you don't got to necessarily go through customs, and I don't know, it just seems to work out better for me.
Dog, the first order I ever made, I was 15. This is 15 years ago now. Fucking the seeds came in the back of a CD case from Amsterdam.
Right? Yeah, I've seen that for sure.
That was the dopest shit I ever seen.
Yeah. We're still doing shit like that, trading seeds. Like, that's the type of shit that we did to get, like, the Indian land races I was talking about, and, like, some of the Colombian land races I have.
Damn, I hope I ain't just spilled a bean.
So, has anybody seen that movie on Netflix, Kid Cannabis?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Anybody notice how that dude's bud looked like? I mean, like his bud looked okay, but his fucking leaves look like garbage, man. I was like, holy shit, what's wrong with
Probably props.
No, yeah, I know, but I was just like, they're like, oh yeah, we use this hydroton. It's organic lava rock, and the plants love it. And I was like, your fucking plants hate life right now. They want to die.
Any fucking gross movie or show is like that. It's really unfortunate.
I mean, like the environment, and like it looked like it was under some HPS light, that kind of off yellow color, and it looked like a room that you could definitely grow in, but the plants just look like crap.
Yeah, that's them Netflix growers, dog.
Miracle growing shit.
What up, Grow Mass?
Oh, by the way, I got those circles cut out the hard way. I did it with a Dremel and then a file. So it took like
That doesn't
6
sound
hours.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we fucking had a.
How's it look though?
It's not gonna look very like. It's definitely gonna look like I did it by hand when the reflectors are kind of recessed under the faceplate, but I don't think I'm gonna really have anything leaking inside of the case. So as long as it's putting photons on the plant, that's fine by me. Maybe next time I'll front the money to get it like water jet cut, or I don't know, like with a circle cutter on a drill press. It's just a pain in the ass to cut metal and make it look good.
Yeah, that's why I stuck with the simple L bracket aluminum. Doesn't look good. Well, I mean, it looks all right, but yeah, I don't know. A lot easier. Fucking, who was it? THC Wavy or Hands? Somebody had a question about little Angelina reflector and connector you needed for the Vero 29 Gen 7s. That's what you're using, right?
Oh, that's actually like okay, so that's a perfect opportunity. Some molding of something or something. Oh yeah, no, Grimace. Yeah, I'll probably try and fill in the gaps from the reflector and the casing. But hold on, I'm gonna grab one of the chips with the reflector on it and pop my camera.
Word. But yeah, anyway, back to seed stuff for current. Shit,
No,
I
we
need
had
to
a
do
pretty good
that.
show tonight. I mean, you know, we had a pretty good show tonight, man. I enjoyed having Cyclops on, you know, sharing his knowledge about growing different strains back in the 80s and stuff like that. And I'm curious to see what his red project is going to turn out to be.
Curious to see what comes of that too.
Trying
Hold that
to
up a little bit higher.
I'm trying to spin it so you can see like the gaps. It's really hard to tell. I'm actually gonna probably need to tell you which one's which. This is the Gen 7 one.
Oh wait, so you have
This
two
is-
different kinds?
Yeah, I have Gen 6. You can tell. See, it's got like the quick connect wire port right there. You just slide the wire in.
Yeah.
So that's the Gen 7 right there. And then this is the Gen 6 with the old Pico Easy Mate connector.
Okay.
So I don't know if I tilt it down. Maybe. Yeah. So if you know what you're looking for, you can see how the base of the Lettel Angelina reflector, where for the Vero 29, I don't know if it's the right or the left for you, but there's kind of a gap in this one between the base of the cob and where the base of the reflector is supposed to meet.
Okay.
Whereas on this one, it's flush because it's designed. And the reason for it is the Gen 6 is much, well, it's not much. It's about half as thin as the Gen 7 one. And that's just because of the new design features that they have in the form factor. But it causes it to sit up about a 1/16 of an inch. And when they're on, it pushes, you know, it loses a little bit of light into the base. And what I tried to do was like hollow out. I had a bunch of extra of the bases. And I tried to hollow out and Dremel them out and push them down, and it like dropped it like a 64th of an inch, and it was still dumping light everywhere. So, oops, I muted my microphone. So until Lettel comes up with an actual base for this, it seems like it's going to work. I'm going to lose a little bit on the reflectors, but I don't really know what else to do because it'd be really difficult to get some kind of like foam molding in there to seal it up without obstructing the light emitting surface, and it's just a rabbit hole that I'm not willing to go down. I'll just wait until the correct optics come out and then just swap them out. So I hope that answered your question.
Word. I think that you're just gonna have to also pass me whatever model number that was, so I could directly pass him that to.
For sure. And then like when you
Something
go
like that
on
as well.
Lettel's website, it's a little confusing because they have it says like a Gen 7 Vero 29, and it's not correct because I don't know if there's like what the communication error is, but this is, yes, it is the 7th generation Vero, but it's technically a Vero 29 SE, a special edition. It's not called the Gen 7, it's called the SE. So the Vero 13 and Vero 18, Vero 29 SE. And yeah, so they just haven't, it's new. So Lettel just has to have time to come up with a new, and it seems it's just as simple as the base plate. I mean, they can just probably keep the same Lettel Angelina reflector on here and just, I don't know, change the way that the screw mounting, because that's the problem, is the way that the screw mount is. But just drop it a 32nd of an inch and it'll make it flush. And yeah.
Word.
Who was that asked that question?
I can't remember. It was either THC Wavy or Hands and Dirt.
Okay. I think it was THC Wavy. I think that's
Ben.
So yeah, THC Wavy. Ask me or Grow Mouse. Grow Mouse knows more than me. But when it comes to Vero 29s specifically, I kind of I have them in front of me, so I'd be more than happy to answer your questions.
Word. And I think, spoiler alert, possibly, fucking Legal can fill me in on this for sure. But I think we're doing a DIY LED show this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring him into our hangouts this week so we can talk to him before this, a couple days before the show. And plus, he's got to get some things set up so that he can get on YouTube with us because he's new to YouTube. But he's one of Grow Miles' protege. Hey man, the dude is slick with his stuff. Photon. Let me get his real name. Hold on. So I hate messing up people's names, man. So let me get his Photon Phantom Designs on Instagram. We're gonna have him on the show next week. I mean Saturday. This Saturday we're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna be talking about, he's a Cobb Cree. He's just like Grow Mile, So really smart guy, man. I'm thinking about even leaving work early so I can be here when the show starts when he gets here, man.
Word. I can't wait for that. Nerd out a little bit.
You damn DIY guys and your fucking Creed and your Cobbs and your.
You know what I'm starting to realize?
I the fucking
it's
Mars Hydro. I'm good on that. I'm not building shit.
No,
man.
Mars Hydro.
No. I'm gonna teach you how to turn your Mars Hydro into a monster with I can teach you with $20 in Chinese LEDs and a soldering iron. I guarantee it.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta say, some of those things that
Right.
I don't want to butcher his name now either. Photon Phantom Design, like some of the cheaper LEDs he was testing were really putting out, and I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, I mean, because light is light, and they're gonna probably not have as tight of a quality control in their spectrum testing and their output ratios. But if it's putting out, if you put a lux meter under it, and your lux meter is worth a damn, and it's telling you it's putting out this much light, and within a certain margin of error, it's okay to assume that your light is putting out photons within that spectrum at that power. And it may not be as good or efficient as a Cree or a Bridge Lux or a Citizen or a Panasonic or a whatever chip or LED, but you can grow plants with it, and I guarantee you'll grow better plants than with the old surface mount design Mars Hydro bullshit. And that's not to knock on your lights, Borealis, bro, but I don't know.
Man, I was about to say, man, don't knock on my lights, bro.
You're a great grower. You get all this knowledge, and we just want to get those photons just nice and perfect for you, and turn your. It's gonna be great, man. You'll see. So much room for activities.
Yeah, no, I gotta say though, I was really the Cobbs continually impress me every day. I'm very impressed by the Cobbs, and I'm just using the Citizen. I haven't used the Cree or the Veros, so.
I noticed that when I was running with the 6 Vero 29s, and I was pushing them kind of hard. They're really powerful, and that the height that you want to run them at, around 18 inches, I was getting just gnarly hot spots underneath them. So they're definitely they're powerful, but they just kind of, just like with any of the other chips with their different form factors, it takes a little bit of experience and tweaking, and that's part of the fun of the DIY.
And are you using thermal pads or thermal paste?
Thermal paste. I use Arctic Silver just because I'm a fanboy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't experimented with the paste yet. I've only done the pads.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I got pretty good dissipation on the back end of it. It doesn't really give me too much of hot spots on the front with the heat sinks I run them on.
And with lighting theory and lighting theorists, they say that you want the thermal grease because it can get into the nooks and crannies better than the thermal pad can. And you might, if you're not installing correctly, then yeah, your thermal pad might be a detriment to your heat pathway. But if you know what you're doing, you're probably not talking about too poor of a heat distribution loss as opposed to the thermal grease. It's just thermal heat pads, heat transfer pads, are nice and easy. You just stick it on and you're done. And thermal grease can get kind of messy. Like when I first put it on one of my cobs, I put way too much on it. It squirted through the nooks and crannies, and I thought I ruined my chip, but it didn't.
See, I like the way that shit. I don't even remember who was doing it. It might have been Robin, or it might have been Grow Mouse or Green Jeans. Somebody, I don't know. They were printing out like Xerox of the different chips, and then they were cutting out that space and then using that Xerox template as like a base for a.
So they would like put it
filling in
down on the heat sink and then apply the grease and then put the, okay. No, for sure.
Xerox might not be the right word. It's the transparencies that go on like the overhead projectors.
Okay, no, for sure. I got it. No, yeah, I just go with the old shotgun method. I squirt a few lines on the back of the chip and then put it down and kind of spin it back and forth a little bit until you start seeing overlap, because a little bit goes a long way for sure. I don't know. I've done a little bit of stuff with computers before, so I've used thermal grease, but yeah, no, not too hard. And even if you put too much on, it's really not that big of a deal. So I think some people just, I don't know. That's another thing with like with the DIY game. Like, I think it's great that there's a lot of websites out there that, like, especially like Rapid LED. When I build my far red light, I'm going to do it with side lighting. So I don't know, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to pick up all my little XPE diodes from them because they have the solderless system, and they're like $1 more than what you would pay on like Mouser or Arrow or DigiKey or something like that. And it just kind of has everything right there in the same place. But at the same time, for people getting into the DIY thing, I'm going to tell you right now, your best friend is octopart.com, and read the data sheets, find the exact part number you need, put that in Google with Octopart behind it. And it's a website that searches a bunch of different authorized retailers. It's not going to have everything, but it's going to have the price that it's at on the different websites and what quantity you have to buy it in. So it's a pretty nifty tool to help you kind of price out and drop your costs. But yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was just getting water.
Why are you guys so badass? What the fuck is wrong with you stoners? I'm just kidding.
I should be doing homework right now, but I don't want to.
You should be doing your physics homework, pie guy. No, I'm just kidding.
It's why I'm not doing it. It's English homework. It's why I don't want to.
Oh, English? Who speaks that? So what?
Anybody have any genetic related anything they want to talk about? Since we had a little LED tangent before this main show next week, or this week rather.
Right? LED, like a DIY LED shit always seems to sneak in. It always gets in there.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I really want to go into the technical aspects of things, because I think I kind of missed earlier when Cyclops was talking about gene flow, and I think he was talking about gene flow and outcrossing and inbreeding and stuff like that. But I don't know if I should touch on that for a second, because I heard you guys talking about gene flow a little bit.
Get as technical as you'd like, brother.
Well, in terms of, I think Monster was talking about variation, and he was, I think this all kind of tied in together. It all just kind of meshed together in my mind. But he was talking about variation possibly being less nowadays than it was back in the day. And I think kind of what he meant when he was talking about that was just that in terms of like the novelty of strains, that everything was new, you know, every time you got something, you picked it up, it was new necessarily. And I think that it might have a carryover in terms of like variation and gene flow, because in terms of gene flow, what gene flow actually does, and you know, I guess that's the technical term for it, but it's basically, obviously, when things swap genetic information in a sexual manner, or I guess even in terms of bacteria, horizontal gene transfer or whatever, I guess you could consider that gene flow. But what you're doing, obviously, is you're introducing new genetic material, or new alleles, necessarily new genes, new information into the population. And so obviously it works on an individual level, but when we're talking gene flow, we're necessarily talking populations. And so gene flow is a good thing because amongst populations, or between populations, you get more variation. So when you're exchanging the genes as common sense, as much as it seems like common sense, it's good to, I guess, reinforce these ideas and think about them, that when you have two populations of the same species, obviously, when these individuals between populations end up breeding or having sex, or at least swapping genetic information, you obviously get an introduction of new novel alleles or genes into the gene pool. And so that's good in terms of population introducing new alleles, but over time, obviously, these populations, it's not like you'll necessarily homogenize in the sense that you won't, all the genes will be the same, but all of the variation will necessarily be the same. And so you won't necessarily have these new novel genes being introduced over long periods of gene flow. And I guess that's what ties into, obviously, mutation, the process of mutation. Another aspect of evolution is that mutation, obviously, introducing this new genetic information in there, that natural selection or selection pressures, whether they be artificial or natural, obviously in the case of cannabis, it's artificial selection, will, I guess, act to carry on these mutations, or select for certain alleles, and that selection pressure, in a sense, can also limit the variation in populations when breeders are selecting for certain traits. Obviously, you limit out other traits that would necessarily naturally have existed within populations. I don't know, maybe I should stop right there. I kind of maybe losing myself too. Did you guys hear that okay, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. That came through perfect. Shit. Yeah.
But something to think about. I would, just off of a whim, I would say that, obviously nowadays you have more variation, because it seems like, every time you turn around, it's like, oh, you got the new, and then you got the new, so in terms of like novelty, it seems like, oh, there's all this shit coming out. But, obviously there's like breeders and just skeptics in general are like, oh, all this shit, it's getting to be the same. And I guess it's that same concept, but in a technical aspect. You have a lot of this gene flow. And so, you have like people like Coma that are like, it's all fucking blue dream. And, maybe to a degree, he's right. Maybe it's going to get that way. Everything's going to homogenize, or, unless obviously you have people. And I guess that goes back to earlier about, what was homie's name in the chat?
Bob something. Bob.
Yeah.
Something.
The homie
Bob Dog.
Bob Dog, yeah. Homie Bob Dog OG was talking about how people back in the day, obviously they would hoard away their, and obviously people still do that depending on what state you're in or what country you're in. You're going to hold on to certain genetics or certain genotypes and phenotypes more. I don't know. I'm at a loss of fucking words right now. I'm fucking too high over here. But you get what I'm saying.
You're gonna hold them closer depending on your situation and shit. Yeah. Whether it's waiting until you have a time to be able to work something the way you need or whatever. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. Oh, that dab.
But it's interesting in terms of like the populations homogenizing, and I don't think that would necessarily happen. But because you do have mutations obviously introduced at a rate of like 10 to the 4th to 10 to the 6th. I forget what per fucking X amount of copies. You know, I don't know.
For shit to get homogenized at this point, some really, really fucked up shit would have to happen.
Or I'm sorry, I'm stoned right here. I guess what I meant to say was you have one mutation in every 10 to the 4th or 10 to the 6th copies of genetic information of your whole genome.
Yeah. I think that the only way that stuff could get homogenized at this point is if the legal situation really, really shifted dramatically towards like cracking down on all types of growers. But I don't think that that's going to happen. But as long as that doesn't happen, then there's always going to be people protecting the genetic diversity, and homogenization will never be able to happen on a full scale.
Yeah, you have a point, Black. You have a lot of these banks, and even you got to give props. I want to say you got to give props to a lot of these seed banks overseas, because they've been holding it down for fucking years in terms of just keeping, or supposedly anyway, keeping solid genetics, you know, over fucking decades now.
No, but even like just looking at people like saying fucking Mendo or whatever, you know, generational families that have been keeping genetics alive, or, you know, even just people like Cyclops, who, you know, since what, 96, he said he's been keeping that AK alive, or Mel, who's been keeping the blueberry since 94, you know.
Yeah.
So
fuck yeah.
Just be like in
I
Fahrenheit.
had another point, but I forget what it was.
Everybody memorized different pages of books so that they could write them all down again. Everybody just, you know, save seeds. We'll all come together eventually when all that dystopian shit happen.
Funny, my one of my buddies up in the hills actually right now, he's been all collecting a bunch of different strains and stuff, because he's all on some fucking trip about, you know, fucking Monsanto patenting strains, and you know, you got to preserve the genetics, and that, you know, to a degree is right, but I think, you know, he's a little eccentric about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the whole patenting of strains, because you hear like people who like relevance in the industry on both sides of the argument. Some saying that it's going to completely fuck shit up, and some saying that it's not going to do anything, and everybody's overhyping the fear. So
What
like,
if it's a? I'm sorry.
I don't know which side of it really is. I don't know the laws well enough in place.
What if it's a compound inside the, you know what I'm saying, like that they fucking patent or some shit, and then they release some strain that's lacking that compound or something?
You have a point. I mean, you obviously, the whole thing with like what was that shit people like bought from the smoke shops, like these synthetic cannabinoids? I don't know what the fuck they're called. Spice, yeah. But yeah, I guess that same type of concept, obviously, you could introduce certain compounds or genes that would express certain compounds and patent that shit, you know.
But it doesn't seem like to me they'll be able to like just straight up fuck the seed game up, but they might be able to release some shit that's like lacking, and then when we start breeding that shit into our shit, you know what I'm saying? Now we're like liable for lawsuit and shit because it's patented.
Well, one of the main like points where I've heard a lot of people like scared about shit is like with the skunks and stuff, with like Skunk Man Sam and Hortifarm and fucking GW Pharma and shit like that. But I don't know how like overstated those claims are, or if they're accurate. I don't know whether if skunk is even patentable by Skunk Man Sam at this point. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to people who do the research that he wasn't the original person who bred it.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if he would be able to patent it and then stop people from using it in the future, but that's some of the claims that some people are making. But I have no idea whether or not that's actually the case.
So how do you guys feel about that if he were able to do some shit like that?
I'd still use skunk
Right.
if I had it.
I would say that that's, you know, from an ethical point of view, like that's fucked up. But, you know, what can you expect when you live in a fucking capitalist fucking society or globalizing capitalist fucking world that doesn't seem to give a fuck about anything besides money?
In capitalism, we live under corporatism.
Same
Nonetheless.
fucking difference.
Not really, but nonetheless.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Since we're talking about capitalism and different shit like that. There's a lot of different breeders out there. There's a lot of good breeders, there's a lot of mediocre breeders, and there's a lot of breeders that got a long way to go. Let's just put it that way. How would you, what do you suggest? What's the most that you would ever pay for a strain, and what is that strain?
Good fucking question.
It depends.
Because I ain't gonna lie
Like,
to you guys. Monster tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I'm stingy when it comes to that shit, bro. There's certain prices I'm just not fucking paying for. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you brought that
I mean,
up,
I'll
bro.
wait till somebody get a cut of it and slide you some money on some cuts, but it's some strains. It's just, man, fuck that.
The most expensive
You know me, you know,
pack
you
I bought was
strains out of the shit.
$162.
Say that again, bro.
I said the most expensive pack I've bought was $162.
And what strain was that?
Holy Stick from Gage Green. It's a Mando
Was it
Red
worth
Grape Puff.
Was it worth the $160 you spent?
Maybe. I haven't sorted through really enough of the seeds.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
not really. I have
When you,
other
hey, when
strains
you
that are like-
delayed, and then when you was like, that's what I was like, yeah, okay, exactly. I mean, honestly, you tell me this, bro. Was there a time that you spent way less than that and came out with some fire still?
My banana breath was like a third of the price, and it's like blew the shit out of the water.
And that shit fire, right?
How much was your banana breath?
It was like $70, something like that.
See, I pay that for some banana breath. Fuck yeah, I pay that. You know, and it was some fire, right?
Yeah, it had Gage Green in it, but it just was from a different person.
But 160, that's like pretty average nowadays, though. That's not too far off from, like, you
And
know,
then all my
like,
nature packs, all my $40, and those are like retarded.
Yeah.
I think we touched on this on the first episode. I think Blunt was saying, like, how much have you paid on the pack, Blunt? I know you've paid some shit ridiculous shit before.
I think that the most I've ever paid for single packs were $200 a piece, and that was for the guess I got from Coastal.
That's not bad.
For those, well, one of each Pheno. I was going to buy the LAO Giaffi, the 78 LAO Giaffi in seed form. That Aficionado had released it back in 2012 or 2013, something like that, and they released, I think, 50 packs for $500 a piece. And then this person had done a preservation of it, and he wanted, I think, 800 for the pack, 700 to 800, something like that. And I was gonna do it, but I just didn't have the money after everything that I spent at the Emerald Cup, so I didn't. But I would have.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. For me, like currently, you know, I think it depends on your financial situation and how fucking stupidly you spend money or frivolously you spend money or whatever. But right now, I would think my cap's about $2 I would say anything over that, I'm like, probably not worth it for me, considering as much shit as there is out there for cheaper. But yeah, you know, depends how much paper I have to blow. If I got in a situation and, you know, I would hope that I wouldn't fucking go crazy and spend some stupid amount on some stupid shit. But, you know, I'd spend a little more than that for sure if I had the money.
It depends on what you're going to use it for and all that shit, you know, the end intent, what you know about it, how rare it is, all that shit comes into question, you know. Value is completely subjective.
Totally.
Yeah, some people have been waiting for fucking years for a particular strain to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been a following of that strain for a while. Like that Sirius 6 strain from Sirius Seeds. I know he didn't charge that much for that strain, but fucking like people were waiting for like 10 years for those seeds to come out. That shit was pretty
Bro,
fucking
I
crazy.
just can't do it, man. I'm a seed junkie, dude. You know I'm a seed horse, man. I just can't do it, bro.
But listen, bro. If you're a home grower, then I understand that. But if you're in a recreational market where you got competitors around and shit, and everybody's got the same fucking flowers, spending $200 or $300 is well worth the investment to fucking keep new genetics and exotic genetics in there that are gonna keep customers coming in your doors. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about it from multiple aspects. Like I definitely
I am thinking from multiple aspects, bro. But multiple aspects ain't spending no mad money on. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that.
But if you have a dispensary in a large fucking commercial grow, dog, $200 on some seeds is nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was coming at it with, you know, like if I was in the situation, you know, and you have that competition and there's some fire out shit out there, then like Monster says, you know, it's a drop in the fucking bucket, honestly. But
yeah, real shit. You're gonna run through packs. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, and it only took you $200, bro. Like,
I ain't doing it.
No, I dig it. I definitely dig it because it's so much.
And hey,
it's so much.
There's always.
What'd you say, Blunt?
No, go ahead.
I done forgot what I was about to say. Nah.
There's always like the possibility, like you get that one pack, you let that open pollinate, you got the F2, or if it was some other shit, then the next filial generation, whatever. And you know that open pollination of that 10 pack, thousands of seeds of that, you're never gonna lose that, you know? So that's the way I look at it, especially when it comes to like land races and shit. That's how come I've been getting like, you know, at least like 60 or so seeds of each land race that I'm able to get. And eventually I'll do a big open pollination of that in greenhouses, and I'll have thousands of seeds of that and be able to go through that, search, find anything, any intersex problems, breed those out for indoor use and run from there, you know?
Right. But yeah, I was just gonna say, it's so many breeders that got like affordable prices. You don't really gotta go like and go and spend so much money unless you're after like a particular breeder, like Gage Green. I know they charge fucking ridiculous prices, like $350 for some shit. Their breeder stash. Fucking, there's a couple other dudes. Oh, like the one people I was telling y'all about earlier, Grandiflora Genetics. They charge like $350 a pack. That shit's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Like most of what I buy, like out of what I regularly buy, the most expensive like regular charged price is for the Golden Coast Genetics, and that's about $100 a pack. Past that, I buy a lot of Bodhi gear, which is $60 a pack, and comes fucking buy two get one free. Cool. Mellow shit was all fucking $40 a piece. That's the Nature Farm. Mel's stuff is usually pretty decently priced. Melvinetics. Gooey Breeder is good price, you know. So there's a lot of really quality breeders who you could get for really good prices out there. I agree.
And it just depends on who you is, man. Like everybody has different tastes, bro. Like some motherfuckers don't want to grow the same shit everybody can get. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's how I am. Like I don't buy strains. I'm not gonna spend my money on something that fucking I could wait 3 months that somebody else is gonna have a cut for that I could pay $10 for. You know what I'm saying? Like that everybody is gonna have or that everybody could get. You know, I'm the same way about tennis shoes. Like I don't buy tennis shoes that everybody has. I don't buy tennis shoes that everybody could get. I'll go find some ones like where nobody knows about and fucking buy them shits. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just like exclusive shit. You said what, bro?
I said I'm weak that you collect tennis shoes.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Like I used to go fucking crazy on shoes, dog. Like 20 pairs of shoes in my closet. I don't do that shit no more, bro. I got a kid on the way, but
Did you get shoes for your plants too?
Yeah, most definitely. They got all type of new shoes down there. Smart pots and fabric, all type of net pots and all type of shit.
All right. All right.
Yeah, my ladies come first, man. They lace down there. They lace.
Fucking Valentine's Day episode dedicated to our special ladies.
Yeah. Mary Jane.
Yo, shout outs to Mary holding it down now for all the homies for quite some time.
How long has it been on the earth?
Shit. I know at least a
looked it up
good.
so many times, and I always forget.
I know at least a good 4,000 to 6,000 years, if not longer.
So where did it just popped up out of nowhere? Because the Earth is older than that.
I believe the first recorded history of it is, I want to say, in China. I could be wrong. It's either China or India. And
Ancient China, I believe. Ancient China.
yeah, I want to say it was the was it? I know what plateau it was too, supposedly, but I don't remember. I want to say Yunnan, but I don't think that's right. But
I feel like that would be a pretty cool study to get into as
yeah,
I don't know, trying to find ancient or fossil remnants of a cannabis predecessor. But then I feel like you'd kind of find it and then you'd be like, okay, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could do something on this stream with some historical, cannabis stuff. You know what I'm saying? Learning about seeds and, whatever information we could scour the internet and find about, just the history of all of this. We are seed junkies.
I know that my boy, the one who I got these Indian land races from, he did a whole bunch of research reading through, I forgot how many books, but it was quite a number of books. And he put together a little history of how that cannabis spread from India to other parts of Europe and Asia as well. And that was from I want to say, I don't remember when, but it was a real interesting read, and I'll pull it up one day to read on the stream.
Definitely. We definitely got to do some educational, historical stuff on Trichome Chasers TV.
Oh, shit.
We are definitely about that life.
Do it instead.
Yeah, no, I mean, because if you're being frank about it, unless you're speaking from a botany standpoint, the history of the plant is really just, it's kind of relic. But at the same time, I don't know if you can say that, if you don't know the history of it, you don't love the plant. But I feel like it's something that needs to be, not needs to be, but
I definitely get your drift, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get your drift for sure, because this information was outlawed for hundreds and hundreds of years, dog. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We're sitting here on a live stream, and it's not like it's been around for a long time, but we've obviously got some traction. We got our feet dug in. We're out here, we're talking. So far, we haven't been stopped, and if we have the time to get into those leisure things, and why not?
Hashish assassins and shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm down all the way.
You want to know a funny anecdote? My fucking buddy was out in China living for a couple years, and I guess obviously or cannabis or some sort of hemp grows out there, or kind of wild, right? And I don't know, dude. It's funny because a lot of people don't even think of it as fucking being weed, and they think of weed as being some fucking hard illicit substance that's you see on some fucking movie. And my buddy was telling some dude, one of his students or something, that's cannabis. Or I guess it was a tour guide. The tour guide was like, I don't know why all these Americans or all these foreigners want to take pictures by this plant. And my homie's like, yo, that's weed. And he's like, no, that's a Chinese herb. He's like, weed, that's some crazy shit or something. He tells my homie. I was like, man, that's fucking hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Yeah, when I was in Afghanistan, those dudes, they knew what it was for sure. Because we would like roll into, you know, like an Afghan police station, and they'd have like a nice manicured field next to their police headquarters. And we just, I was young. I shut up and I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? And then it wasn't until I got home and, you know, because I don't want to say where I was, but I was in a mountainous area, and it's pretty well known for, you know, like mountainous landrace Afghan strains. And I'm just kind of mad at myself for everything that I know now, and just kind of how naive I was back then. And just that I was like, literally, I was in the middle of it, and it just was invisible to me.
I fucking feel you, dog. I'm just shaking my head right now. Like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, think about like how it, like, you can't, unless you're fucking nuts. You can't go there right now unless your skin color is of that color. Like, you just, and it's not like a racism thing. It's just you won't blend in, and for right. you know the social problems that are happening, and that you know it's, you go anywhere in the world and they'll have their different. You can go to Brazil, man, and if you can get mugged, it's just guaranteed, pretty much. But I digress. It probably be decades before I can go on a little spiritual journey and go back there and see the same places that I was, you know?
We just got to go deep as hell, bro. If we go like 20 deep, ain't nobody fucking with us, bro. No, I'm just playing. I ain't fucking with them people over there.
Let's go deep as hell, man. Fuck it. I ain't playing. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Shit, you probably got some reservist military weapons and shit, nigga. We taking all that shit over there with us.
Right on, chase the takeover, motherfucker. That's what we doing, goddamn.
I'm about it, shit. I'm about it. If everybody say we planning the trip to Afghanistan to go get seeds, I'm fucking coming.
Trichome militia.
Hey, I had to bring that 50 cal. I gotta go find me a 50 cal from somewhere, bro.
As long as legal got the 50 cal, we going.
Oh man, I'm not about that life anymore. We gotta go back. And I don't even want to go back with like hugs and kisses, you know, and just, I don't know, just go back as human beings. Just one day, that'll be cool.
Hey, but yeah. Arshawn and Franco used to do it all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Arjan and Franco used to do it all the time.
No, I mean, there's that, and it's all, if you can do it on like a small scale, and you're definitely still taking a risk, because you can kind of make it, especially with like the Pashtun culture, they have a really strict like honor code and ethics code that kind of predates Islam. So yeah, they're really proud people. They're very they're tribal, very like family oriented, and like there's a core, and you don't violate the values in the core of like your family and the tribe. But which is a really interesting fact and about just their culture. But like what's the movie? It's not a very good example, but like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, where he walks into Afghanistan and gives them cake as like passage. And it's not a great example, but it's similar. Like it's a really respect-based thing, and if you show up and you offer gifts, because it's a big thing in that type of culture, is offering gifts in exchange, and you know, they kind of just open up and show you a different part of their culture, and you kind of hope you don't get kidnapped by some people with foreign agendas that aren't even, you know, from the area. They're just, you know, trying to.
I can tell from the sincerity of your voice that you don't play when it come to this shit, boy. I could tell from the sincerity.
No, I mean, like, it's cannabis definitely changed my life a lot, and has focused a lot of my priorities. And you know, I know we're all excited for our different reasons for the future, and you know, we all get hung up on strains and stuff. But my thing about it is, it's kind of been an underdog for so long, you know, that it's you know, it's cool to be a part of it and to not like make it about me, you know, because it's kind of there's all these people that try and make it about them, try and name shit about them, try and control shit, and you know, and you can see it, and you can see the money grubbing, and it's, you know, it's neither here nor there for me, because, you know, it's kind of a spiritual journey, and I got this, you know, amazing plant to help take me there, and I got a cool group of dudes and girls growing it with me, and yeah, I'm done with my philosophical shit.
No, I'm down with it, bro. I think everybody was feeling what you were saying, man.
Gotta burn one now, dude. Fuck.
Fucking cheers, dog. I'm over here blazing right now.
Cheers.
I'll dab to it.
But what if we had somebody who was from over there? I think we'd be okay then.
I could set up that India trip.
And
yeah,
that's the thing. Like you can drive 15 minutes down the road and you're in another tribal area, and it's a whole different set of rules. And there's an actual their code of ethics is called Pashtun Wali, and part of it, like, you know, the movie The Lone Survivor with the Navy SEAL. I don't remember.
Love that movie.
Yeah, good movie. But the story is true, and the reason why they protected him in the village is because of Pashtun Wali, and it's kind of a moral obligation on their part to defend someone who is like helpless. And it doesn't matter if they're your enemy and you're defending them from your friends. It's like a moral code amongst, they call it it's a moral code amongst men, because, you know, this stuff was written a long time ago, and I'm not extremely well versed on this. So anybody listening, if you know better than me, please don't yell at me for getting it wrong. But yeah, no. So that's the reason why, and it's occurred many times throughout history. But they saw that he was in trouble and he's being chased by the Taliban, and they took him in and defended him, and he lived.
Oh, and, word! I thought you was talking about the one guys at the beginning who they caught on the mountain, and they wouldn't tell.
No,
the one at the end. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Word! I didn't understand that. I just thought they were scared of America.
No, and I mean, in the movie, it kind of depicts the tribe as being like, you know, anti-Taliban and all that. But in all reality, in my opinion, they're kind of, I mean, bringing cell phones and bringing internet and all that stuff is good, and advancing a country into the 21st century. You know, it's nice to lift people out of poverty, but at the same time, you know, it's, you know, people like me and, you know, my friends, you know, we're on the ground trying to do our best, but you know, there's people at the top with a lot of money who got a different agenda for the outcome, and you know, they're not really looking out for that little kid in the village, you know. So no matter what you do and how long you're there, it kind of, you come home and it feels like it just kind of gets steamrolled over.
Word. Sounds like you got a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying, over there, man.
I got a lot of stuff to smoke about.
That's what's up.
Not as much as some people, though. I'll point that out there. There's a lot of people out there who've had a lot of worse time, and you know, if you have a hard time, man, call the vet center. That's my shout out right there. If you're a vet and you have a hard time, go to the vet center, call them up. They help me, they can help you. So there's my little PSA.
Yeah, real talk, man. I'm the same way, man. I go down to the VA center here where I live at and just help out whenever I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I can plug it specifically, but the vet center is they're designed after the Vietnam War, and they're kind of like a separate entity to the VA, so they don't report directly to them with their case notes. And it's specifically for like PTSD and reintegration counseling, and you know, it's, you know, it's a place where you can go and talk and kind of not have to worry about, your information being leaked, because the VA definitely is plugged into a lot of different medical systems. So it just kind of removes that stigma to it that a lot of people find helpful.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Who's that, Lucky?
Nah, Wookie.
Wookie, what's good, brother?
I'm good, man. How's my audio? I'm on my phone, so.
Oh, you sound halfway decent, doggy. Don't worry. It sounds good.
Yeah, I was just listening to High Guy talk about being over there in Afghanistan and seeing all them land races around, man. I did some time in the Army, and I was over there, and I thought the same fucking thing now, bro. Like, if I would have just known what I know now, I could have just snatched something up, you know what I'm saying, try to find some seeds. Fucking sucks.
I know, man. It's fucking crazy. And that's like the best genetics in the whole fucking world right there, in my opinion.
No, yeah, especially because, let me tell you, man, it gets cold in the mountains. And when it gets cold, powdery mildew likes to live. So if those plants were able to propagate in that environment, that's some good mold resistance right there.
Hell yeah.
I remember one time there was this little kid who always come to the police station, and he had a wallet in, like, because they wore like long robe kind of clothes, and he had a wallet in his front pocket. I was like, hey man, what you got there? And I pulled his wallet out, and he was trying to stop me from opening it, and I opened it up. There's a sticky joint in there, just like stuffed with hash, and it was like a cigarette, like the casing of a cigarette or whatever, with the filter and all, but no tobacco, and it just stuffed in there with this sticky ass hash. And I was like, I started laughing, and I was like, what the fuck? And the kid snatched it from me and sprinted away. And I was just like, and I've thought back on that point, and I was like, damn, that kid was probably shitting his pants, because it's just kind of what's associated, America, big bad police of the world, and we're over there kind of burning down poppy fields and cutting down weed fields. So what's the kid gonna think? I didn't want your joint, kid. I hope you enjoyed it.
Hopefully he's listening right now, because he's definitely a trichome chaser if he ran from your ass like that. with the trichome, with the bag of trichomes.
That dude's got more skin in the game than I will ever.
That sticky hash though, oh dude, he was fucking loving it when he got fucking home or whatever. He smoked that shit.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. Because it was just, I don't know, it was just not really. It was kind of something you didn't talk about in their culture, but everybody just kind of did. But they would shame each other in public about it. But there was a couple times where we were out on mission, and the Afghan police would disappear for a little while and then come back, and they'd turn on their music really loud, and they'd start dancing, and they'd turn on the siren lights, and it was really interesting, because we're like in a combat zone, and we're like, what the fuck, man? Like, we have to like rely on these guys? But at the same time, it was kind of cool. It was because I'm sure Wookiee understands this. You don't really relax. You just get bored. You never really relax. But it's kind of interesting to see human beings in such a hostile environment just chilling, fucking dancing.
Yeah, it's definitely a different culture over there, man. I can't imagine growing up, especially for the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in that type of environment. And it's amazing to me sometimes when I would see children over there so relaxed, walking down streets that we would, be sweating bullets walking down. They're running down the same street kicking a soccer ball. So, I mean.
Right, asking me for a pen. They loved pens.
Dude, I got pickpocketed in where were we at? We were in
hold on. I lost my audio.
We were in Santo Domingo, Republic of Santo Domingo. No, Cartagena, Spain is where we were at. And a lot of the kids were running around, and they're not in Cartagena, and also in the Republic of Santo Domingo. Dude, they literally still throw sewage out into the street at some parts of the really poor area. So, you know, the kids, when they see Americans, you know, we were sailors getting off the ship, and they see us, you know, they are always coming around us. And I didn't mind giving them money, dude, because, I mean, you know, what's a couple dollars? A couple dollars to me and shit. A couple dollars to them was like, fuck, man, you never know how long, I mean, how much of a meal they can get with that and how long it will last. Man, I just felt my pocket got light. My back pocket got light, bruh. Woo! Man, I had to chase that little fucker down and get my damn wallet back, man. I wanted to take my belt off and whoop him, but I can understand from where he was coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? I can understand it. I can feel the hustle, you know? So I just turned around and gave him $5 more, man. It was like, don't ever do that shit again. Speak English, but you know damn well, bro, they speak English. English is known everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they say. English is taught everywhere. Most countries, English
you
is
understand
the
me?
Huh?
No,
What'd you say, bro?
I'm just fooling, dog. My bad.
Man, I want to take my belt off and whoop that little joker, man. You know, it is what it is.
You reminded me of, so we drive in convoys of, you know, we had like our big MRAP trucks, and I was like the driver of the last truck, and I had a trailer, and so the Afghans, they like to drive psychotically, essentially, and like they'll drive on the wrong side of the road doing like 70 if there's like a line of cars because they're in a hurry, but they have speed bumps like everywhere in the middle of like main roads. Just like random like people who live like in front of that part of the road will just like build a speed bump. And sometimes there'll be like little baby speed bumps, but we're driving like 70,000-pound trucks with armor and crappy suspension. So you got to like slow down and like crawl over them. And when in my trailer, like we had this like cargo net, like the web ones where you like hook it in at like different points on the trailer. It's like a web over the top of your gear.
Yeah.
It was just like laying in the trailer because we had dropped off all the stuff we had taken, and I slowed down for that speed bump, and like 20 kids just like out of nowhere, out of like the drainage ditches, out of a culvert, like a kid hopped out of a tree, and they like jumped in the trailer and just like took everything, like the net, like a chalk block, like an oil pan, a chain. And like these kids were like 5 because the older kids are out, you know, working. So these are like little kids, and they just truck was doing like 10 miles an hour and they jumped in the trailer. 5 seconds later, they're sprinting through a field with like all of the shit that was in our trailer. And you can't do nothing.
Did you guys smoke any weed over there?
No. Dude, we were getting drug tested in country.
Damn.
Hey, but I do want to say a big fucking shout out to all the service members out there that are withholding from smoking bud. You know, there's some fucking potheads in the Army, in the Marines, in the Navy. I feel your pain, brothers. I feel your pain. You'll be out soon enough. You'll be able to fucking blaze with all of us. Hey, but one thing you should never fucking do, which was going around a lot in the Army when I was in, is smoke none of that dumbass fucking spice or K2 or whatever the fuck it's called now, that synthetic fucking cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fucking put that shit in your body, guys. There's a lot of people in the Army and in other services smoking that shit. They can't test for it, and that shit is all bad. Just hold on. You know what I'm saying? I feel your struggle. You'll be out soon. I'll blaze one.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's some real talk, man. Don't be smoking that K2
Yeah.
shit. Guys, we need you strong and your brain together. But that shit fucks you up, man. I done watched some crazy videos off of that shit.
Man, if you really want to get into it, you should just dive right into the alcohol culture of the military, but you just can't.
Yeah, I could imagine. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nasty.
That's one of the beautiful things about fucking the legalization of cannabis, and you know what I'm saying, even though fucking weed prices are dropping everywhere and all of that, like the people who are thinking about it from the money side, and I do too. I mean, shit, this is what I love to do. Like, who doesn't want to make money off of what they love to do? Who doesn't want to be successful off of what they love to do? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that defended us that need this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the good thing about legalization, man. It's becoming more and more available for people that really, really deserve it, you know, and that need it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you can't be mad at that at the end of the day, man. Because I talk to a lot of growers, man, a lot of fucking growers, and they just don't support like the legalization and none of that shit, man. They just don't understand how many people are fucking dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand.
I told you my situation that, you know, my wife that she's going through right now with her friend, Mosh. Remember I was telling you about her?
Yes.
And they still don't know. They still don't know what caused her to fall into a coma. Now she woke up today, and she's able to move a little bit. She can barely talk. You know, they try not to get her to talk, but she can barely talk. But real shit, man, all that medicine, and because she got serious back problem. I mean, she got one of them little fucking machines in her back that's attached to her spine, so that, you know, so it can numb her pain, so her body, you know, her body doesn't know that she's in pain. But that's attached to her fucking spine, dude, and inside of her fucking body. So we're talking about some shit that we're doing right now that could have caused her not to even have all that shit, but yet because it's not legal, because the government wants to, you know, keep people on that bullshit. You know, this woman, now she's in a fucking coma because, well, she was in a fucking coma from all the fucking side effects, from all them pain medications, all that bullshit they pumping in her body. And then a doctor gonna sit there and say, oh, we don't know what happened. Well, I can tell you what probably happened, motherfucker. You got her doped up on all that bullshit that her body is telling you we can't take no more. The body just can't take all that. It was never meant to take all that crap that they pump into you. And then, you know, me being a vet, I got some of my brothers and sisters in arms coming out of the military, dude. The suicide rate alone on veterans coming out of the military, or even military personnel is in the military, is astronomical, dude. It's ridiculous. And now they finally say, yes, military veterans coming out of the military suffering from PTSD, the government has finally just said, we will allow you to take medical cannabis. That's what's going to help you guys. That's the best medicine we could possibly fucking give you. So how many people had to die before they decided to say, hey, you know, this is, you know, we've got to do something else? How many people had to fucking die because of that? And that's the shit that's the shit that just blows my mind. We're growers. We are home growers enjoying this fucking shit that we do, knowing that there's people out there that could be, you know, that could be helped from what we're doing, and yet we're not supposed to do it. I just don't get it, man. I mean, I rack my brain, bump my head up against my head. I don't know how many, up against the wall, how many times, just thinking of how many brothers and sisters in arms I done lost that could have been helped. You know what I mean? It's just bullshit, man. It's just really bullshit. That's a real, I don't know if y'all can tell, but that's a real touchy subject to me when it comes to shit like that, man, because it's not right, man. It's not right. Not right at all.
Yeah, man. I definitely feel you, bro. I definitely feel you, man. I look into a lot of different cases like that, man, and you know what I'm saying? To me, it's just like a fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't even allow their soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Like, the government, like, these motherfuckers is fucked up. So a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, for shit they didn't did for y'all motherfuckers, and they can't even take the medicine they want to take. Like, that's some, like, fuck you shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, that's some fuck you shit. Like, we don't give a fuck, nigga. Go take some Oxycontin. Go take some some fucking morphine, nigga. The fuck going on? Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what's sad about it is that all of this can still just be pointed back to money and, you know, corporations and pharmaceutical companies, because I'm gonna back science here. Opiates have their place, man. There are a bunch of people out there who can responsibly take medical opiates, and yeah, man, like they might form a tolerance to it, but these are people who would otherwise not be able to function, and until we have better reconstructive methods and better surgical techniques or what have you, or better pain management techniques, they're going to have their place, and they shouldn't be the commonplace, but they also shouldn't be demonized at the way that they have been. And the only reason that they are being demonized is because of greed and the overprescription of those medications. And they got in the process, and they weren't trying to get people addicted. They just didn't give a fuck that they were addicting people.
Why?
So,
I mean, they make so much money off of people being addicted, bro. It's a whole fucking full spectrum. Fuck you, dog. Like, hell yeah, they want people doped up. Hell yeah, they don't want people consciously thinking out here, man. That it's a big ass scheme. That's why the good shit, the shit that's good for us, they demonize that shit. The natural shit, they demonize that shit, and then the pharmaceuticals, they put this shit on TV like it's God's savior to mankind. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's all Brave New World type shit.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
You know?
Yeah, and it's
you know what I'm saying? No, I definitely feel what you're saying.
I agree with what you say. I'm sorry, my screen blacked out. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with it because he had a good point. You know what I'm saying? But that's the Wizard of Oz going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's some whole shit going on behind the scenes, dog. And it is. They make a lot of fucking money off of people being doped up and committing crimes and all that shit.
I agree with what he's saying. Is, you know, some opiates, some people can handle some opiates. I do agree with that. I do agree that the medicine is not the problem per se. I do agree that, you know, it is good to a certain extent. But what I disagree with is that the push for you to take that when there are not only when there is cannabis that is helpful for you, but how many different I mean, not to get into it too methodically or too because this is a
choice.
Junkie
That's
episode,
a basic fucking right, dog. Is our choices. We ain't even got the fucking right to the choice, nigga. They say no. I don't give a fuck what you want.
Too militant, but CD, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He was healing people with natural foods, bruh. We're talking natural foods, man. And the brother wound up dead. And he wound up dead. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it just seemed awfully funny to me that this man has cured many of people with shit that they said wasn't curable off of just natural food, natural herbs, different things like that. So not just cannabis being good for you, but there's a lot of different herbs. I mean, come on, man. How many different what's the word I'm looking for? How many different what's that, housewife tales, or how many different home remedies that you see out there that actually works? You know what I'm saying? That actually works. But what I like I was saying, what I don't like is that push. And then you got this one dude that I was watching every once in a while. I watch that. What's that? The government channel where they show like the Senate meetings and all that shit, C-SPAN or whatever that shit is.
C-SPAN.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, and they had the one guy that owned or came up with this one drug that helps people out, and this motherfucker charging $800 to $1,000 a fucking prescription. Come on, man. Just because he can, and he sat there and laughed.
The little young
he sat there and laughed at the senators and the congressmen. Yeah, he sat there and laughed at him, dude. Come on. Now when shit like that starts going down, man, and then my wife, okay, so
but all
instance,
of that shit's subsidized by the government, and he's really just playing the
because like
way that the shit is set up. Like nobody's actually paying that much for his drugs.
Yeah, and even if anybody
like
is paying for that, it's like insurance company. So it's all a ploy to get people stirred up, and then you don't pay attention to things that are actually happening.
One hand washing the other. There's one hand washing the other. It's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You know
that
what I'm saying?
That ain't his fault though, bro. That's their fault for allowing that shit.
Sure.
I mean,
that's also agreed on his, man. Why would
it's not his fault. He's a sleaze bag.
Why would you want to charge somebody else $800?
No, it kind of is.
Life, bro. I mean, to me, that's still something on him too.
Well,
he just,
but he's not though. He's playing the government.
Just going to, just because I made something that I know could help somebody out, and since I made it, well, I'm gonna just throw this price out there and see if I can get the money. That's not me, and maybe that's just the way I am, but that's just not me to do that. But like Oxycontins, how long you supposed, if you get a prescription of Oxycontin, how long are you supposed to take Oxycontins for?
Depends on what you got it for. Depends on what you have it for.
I know where you're getting. OxyContin is highly addictive, and it's supposed to be used for like acute pain with a pretty good prognosis of like relief of healing.
They openly subscribe it for or prescribe it rather for chronic pain though.
Yeah, exactly. It's because it's been marketed that way. They marketed it, and they've been indicted and all that shit, and it's still. And that's the thing. That's where you see these toothless laws come into effect, and you see where Congress is bought out because, you know, there's this huge upcry, and then, you know, some shit happens in the Senate, and then all of a sudden there's a new thing happening, and you don't see the end, or you don't really hear about what actually happened. And you see, oh, a corporation had to pay, you know, $500 million in fines. Oh.
Yeah.
There goes my tax money.
I think when my wife was on Oxycontin, I believe we found out from a friend of ours that was in the medical field that they actually had her on that for too long of a period. They were telling her that Oxycontin, she should have been on Oxycontin. Her prescription should have been no longer than 2 weeks. That's it. And then she should have been off of it for a while before they prescribed her another. Man, they had my wife on that shit for 3.5 months, man. 3.5 fucking months. That shit had my wife feeling like it had her body telling her that she was in pain when her head knew that she wasn't in pain. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, vice versa. But it was just steady telling her, you got to take me. You got to take me. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that fucks with your head when you're doing that shit. But they never told her, her doctor never told her, okay, only take this for this amount of time. No, he gave her, he just kept pumping her the prescription. Until we did our research on it, we didn't realize that, oh, fuck, she ain't supposed to be on this shit this long anyways, you know? And that's the shit I'm talking about. They push that shit on you to take. They push that shit on you to take.
And they remove the avenues of education. They remove the ease, and it's not like they complete, because they can never really remove information completely if you want to find it, because obviously you did. But they make it a pain in the ass. They make it so it's not one of the first thing that pops up on Google, you know? If you up until recently, if you Googled cannabis and you clicked on the government link, you find all kinds of shit about increased, I'm sure you still can increase, you know, risk of lung cancer and heart disease and yada, yada, man. Like, and there's money there, and it's going to be advertised because, you know, money talks.
Yep, you're right about that, brother. Long doses of Vicodin will shut your liver down on you. It's being on Vicodin for an extended period of time will cause your liver to shut down. I mean, not a lot of people know that.
You know, man, one thing I think that's worth mentioning, though, is that a lot of times, and I'm not saying that cannabis isn't great for many different diseases, many different illnesses. Cannabis there's many prescription drugs out there that could be replaced by cannabis. However, there are a lot of illnesses and diseases out there that cannabis does not treat as well as the prescription drugs. And I can give you an example. A personal story is that my wife, after my son was born, you know, she suffered from depression, like postpartum depression, which turned into, you know, much worse depression that she suffered for years. And, you know, me being, you know, the fucking pothead husband, I'm telling her, you know, you need to fucking hit this. This is going to help you, you know, and she's not into it. And she tried it, and it didn't help her. It really did not help her. It made her more anxious, and she was not. I tried different strains. She wouldn't, you know, none of it helped her. She finally went to the doctor and got put on some antidepressant medication, and she's never been happier. It's been the best, you know, the last year has been like the best year of our marriage, how happy she is. So I'm not saying that, you know, depression can't be cured by cannabis. It's all dependent on each person, I think.
Exactly.
And each different type of what's going on. And cannabis can certainly help depression. The reason I started smoking cannabis again when I got out of the military was, you know, for post-traumatic stress. But that's either here nor there. But all I'm trying to say is cannabis is not a cure-all. There is a place for prescription medication. And just, I don't think we in the cannabis community often.
But that's where the research of cannabis
things that could ever happen to any disease.
that's where the research hasn't caught up yet, though. Well, I definitely agree with you, bro. And I was sitting here typing a comment right now talking about how you spitting those facts. But I think as time goes on, we get more people interested in researching the plant, and more money comes in, and you know what I'm saying? We could research this shit like how they fucking research all these prescription drugs. You know what I'm saying? We can find.
I don't mean to cut you off. The real money for psychotherapy is psychedelics.
I agree.
Psilocybin and LSD. And like low dose MDMA.
But haven't they put a lot of money into that research already? And there's like a lot of fucking government programs already into that shit. Like, and
not a lot, but there's a bit. Yeah.
So they do research, but a lot of the times your parameters are restricted to find out what's wrong with it rather than find out about it. So it's a very limited approach to the scientific method. It's kind of a hands tied kind of deal, and you kind of adopt the feeling of work within the system. And then it hinders science, and you kind of have to wait decades sometimes for different research projects to fit pieces of puzzles together that could have been finished in 6 months with collaborative research and peer review. But the thing behind psychedelics is it's just a lot of neural pathways that are, because your brain takes shortcuts with everything it does. It can't be at 100% efficiency. It would take too many calories. Your brain would be too big. But when you're on psychedelics, it lights up neural pathways that would not normally connect together, like taste and color. So that's why you're like, I can taste purple. You can't taste purple, but you think you can, and it's not really understood because
I can.
I mean, but yeah,
I bet you can.
Definitely, it's a lot of anecdotal things. I've got nothing but praise for it if you are a responsible human being. But yeah, no. There's
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
There's a lot of natural remedies out there that are just not profitable because you can just kind of grow them wherever the fuck you can. You can't make LSD wherever you want. It's kind of hard, but you can.
But I was just kind of replying to like what Wookie was saying in his specific case with his wife and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what strains they were trying or what methods they were trying, but I do feel there's a strain out there that probably could have helped her depression. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using a toxic antidepressant. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the research is not there right now to really pinpoint exactly what the fuck to give people. You know what I'm saying? So, and
the research is like not even there into depression in itself. Specifically, not to be like pedantic about it, but it's just because you've got Eastern medicine, which says it's more of a state of mind, which will alter the brain chemicals, and Western medicine says it's brain chemicals that alter the state of mind. So it's literally a two-world type of treatment to trying to I don't know, how do you
that's a little too far off in the deep end for me. My brain's hurting thinking about that shit. Like,
so
that's some Shutter Island shit, dog.
Sorry about it.
Switch the topic too much, but I kind of want to circle back to something that Regal touched on at one point with the Dr. CB or Dr. Sebi shit. I would take everything he says with a large grain of salt. A lot of the stuff that he said is bullshit. To say that there's anything wrong with like natural remedies or something, because like there are definitely a lot that are very valid and that have been tested and scientifically reviewed to at least some degree. And the different chemicals that are used in different medications come from some of these same plants that people use in some of these natural remedies. So there's definitely a lot of research into different aspects of it. But yeah, Dr. Sebi, I would definitely call a lot of bullshit on.
Yeah. And it's funny because about you say with the natural remedies in modern pharmaceutical medications, it was in a religious studies class, but there was a period in recent time where the large pharmaceutical companies spent, you know, the equivalent of billions of dollars to scour South America and pretty much just find tribal medicines, and they kind of just went all over the world, but mostly focused in South America. And they took medicine men and like the local like flora, and they took that knowledge and took it to chemists and applied it and profited off of it. So, you know, there's like big debates about the ethics involved in that. But yeah, no, so a lot of, I mean, you can't call the stuff that's coming out of the pill bottle natural though, because it's a lot of monocultured stuff and really refined and not whole body.
Yeah, no, not by any means. But I just was like pointing out that there's a lot of research into, say, certain aspects of different plants that people use for the remedies, you know.
No, yeah, no, I got tangented. I'm high. I know a lot of weird shit.
It's all about that critical thinking, for sure. We're good looking out, Blunt.
Word.
Yo, have any of you guys ever tried CSI Humble seeds? To circle back to seeds.
Personally have not, but I haven't heard anything good about them.
Meaning like you've heard bad things about them, or you just haven't heard anything about them?
I've heard a few bad things, but not like tremendous amounts of bad things, but I haven't heard anything good either, so.
Yeah, I'd be curious about their shit, because, you know, they claim to have the old school Mendo perps.
Didn't I think weren't they Emerald Triangle Seed Company before, and then they like became Humboldt Seed Organization?
I think that's like their sister, like affiliate organization is like Pirates of the Emerald Triangle or some shit.
Word. I grew out a bunch of their shit a few years ago.
How was that?
It was good, bro. It was good for outdoor. I don't think it would have been good for indoor. Just you know, just
anybody heard of Mysotech? I think they were part of Top Dog or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know them, but I haven't really.
Yeah, I think I won some seeds from them from like the Adam Dunn show or something, but I still haven't like talked to them about that. So I might run some stuff from them, see what it's about.
And then also, me and Monster, we've been getting a kick out of a new. They might not be new, but they new to me and him. Anybody ever heard of In-House Garden or In-House?
Yeah,
seeing them on Instagram a lot. But I've never heard of them before Instagram, and I'm like, okay. Remember we were talking about prices and all that. Some of the prices they charge, and I'm like, me and Monster like, dude, we didn't even know y'all. I mean, you know, ain't really never even heard of In-House before, and you already coming out the gate. But I could be wrong. They could be a company that's been around a while.
I've
you know
heard
what I'm saying?
of them.
But they already
I've never like grown, but I've seen a bunch of people grow. They have some pretty good work.
Do they? Because it's look like some of their strains they got look like they're gonna be pretty good strains, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like some of the crosses I seen, I was like, oh shit, that's what's up. But you know,
they got some
my buddy over there, he's not really cool with films, but you know.
I said they got some interesting crosses. I knew someone in Anchorage. It's a city in Fairbanks, in Alaska. But he grew out at one of the things. It's like purple sherbet or some shit like that. And he said he got like 20-something% when he presses it out for rosin. It's like 30% or some shit like that. I don't know. He said it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I did a.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, just real quick, yeah, I did a seed swap with Meds in Them Hills. Shout out to Meds in Them Hills. and I traded him some ninja fruit for some Hulkamaniac, which is like their, what the fuck is it? It's like I don't know, some fucking purple shit, dude. I don't know. I already forget, dude. But yeah, I popped like the 3 beans I traded him, and only 2 of them popped, and one of them kind of got fucked up. So I have one of them still. And I don't even know. It's not showing signs of sex, but I'm curious to get the shit out of my flower room and throw the next round of shit in there and see what's going on. But yeah, I've heard good things about their shit, dude. Like, I don't know, in terms of fem stock, who knows? But only the true test will tell.
Has anyone heard of this seed company that I'm showing, Namaste Seeds?
Nah, but they keep liking my pictures. I've seen them on the gram. I haven't seen anybody running their gear though. I know they got some.
I've never heard of them. I've never seen them. I got gifted these 2 packs randomly, and I don't want to.
That's
pop
crazy.
I don't know shit about them.
Aren't they an extract company?
I don't know.
I know they got Namaste extracts.
I got some good stuff in there.
What is it? What is the cross?
What? Hold up. It says on the pack. There's 2 of them.
Granddaddy Perp cross with San Fernando Valley cross with Kim back D back cross. Word. And a Hazmat OG cross with Sour Bubble. Hell yeah.
These seeds are big as a motherfucker. It's kind of hard to see. It's a dark pack, but they're giant.
Hazmat cross with Sour Bubble. Ooh, that might be fucking frosty
That's what
as
I'm
fuck,
saying,
bro.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
hey, speaking of that shit, man, check this shit out. You heard of I got y'all on here. Chewbacca? Have you guys heard of a Chewbacca strain?
No.
The dude said that Chewbacca is. He said that Chewbacca is Kim 4 times Moby Dick. Have you heard of Moby Dick?
I've heard of Moby Dick. I don't
heard that
remember
name.
what it is.
That's an old school, I think, greenhouse seed strain. Moby Dick.
Yeah, so he got a Chewbacca crossed with a G13. And then I was also looking at who is it? Some McGrupp. I forget who the place is that has McGrupp. Shit. I'll think of it real quick. Is nope, not them. Give me a quick minute. I'll have it for you. Because I got them. I'm in them seeds, man. You know how it is.
Tiger Shark Rose.
Say it again.
Tiger Shark Rose.
Yeah, there you go. That's where they're from, McGrupp. So it is McGrupp is Chernobyl times. Damn it! It's only, I don't know how the fuck did I forget that quick. Oh, okay. Chernobyl is the line Phenos times guard dog. I've been thinking about getting a pack of those.
I got that. I got Chernobyl right here.
You got Chernobyl? Yeah. See, I got a Jawa Pie times Chernobyl. I got one of those. So I was thinking about getting this McGrupp.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, but
I hear so much bad shit about TGA that I've been sitting on these seeds for a couple of years.
You ain't the only one that heard some bad shit about TGA, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Shit. What else was I thinking? Oh, I just seen it on Instagram.
Give him the womp.
I just seen on Instagram. KDSC just came out with this shit called oh man, since we was talking about KDSC, he just came out with where's that picture at? It's called Titanic Apple. I'm looking at the picture right now, bro. That shit look fire, dog. But he didn't put down what the cross is. I'm pretty sure it's a cross of his apple, his green apple.
What you got there, Borealis? I see some Bodhi shit.
I got some Lotus Larry. That's pretty easy to find. You should have no problem finding that. But this one, good luck.
Oh, the White Lotus. Didn't you re-release that?
He might have but it's, I don't know, it sells out like quick.
I don't know. I remember sending somebody a few links to that at one point because they were looking for it. I don't remember if I have that one or not. If not, I need to get it.
Oh, yeah, these are the only two Bodhies that I have left right now. These are the best ones in my thing. All these nature farm crosses.
Yeah, I got that Lemon OG one too, I think, and the Mr. Nice cross too. Of the tranquil or not.
I had two other ones. I had the Kona and the OGKB, but I've already popped all of those seeds.
Wait, was that the original diesel in the middle, actually?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that
cookies.
Too. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some fire in that.
Yo, you know what we should do? We should fucking make a list of all the fucking genetics we've ever grown and kind of fucking...
Be a long list.
Okay, well, let's do it in the most recent history, like in the last 5 years or some shit. Is that still too much?
I don't know. These ones are pretty solid. Hard to find though.
Because I think we should start providing information about, the seed companies in particular that we have experience with. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the future. Like build that for a future show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. What's that there, Borealis?
Red Hindu Kush from Aficionado.
Oh, damn.
Hold up. I can't see yet. Hold on, bro. Let me see. Hold on.
Damn,
oh, shit. What is that? Some seeds?
Red Hindu Kush.
Red Hindu Kush?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. When you popping those?
What?
When you popping those?
I've already popped a few of them. I didn't really like one of the ones I got, so these are just chilling for a while.
Word.
Are those the, what, F4?
These are, fuck, I don't even remember. It was, have you heard of Deep Out There? He's on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had the original pack. He found a male and female he liked, and these are the result.
Word.
So it's not like directly from Aficionado, but it's from the same seed.
So would that be considered a F2?
I'm pretty sure.
Depends on what they released it at.
I don't know.
An F3, then that would be an F4.
Okay, word.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I don't know. I remember reading a bunch of it because Deep Out There and Mean Gene were talking about it on a couple posts.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit of stuff, not a lot.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the Aficionado, man. Fucking, they got some expensive seeds.
Yeah, I got lucky. I didn't have to pay for these. He just gifted them to me.
But
Yeah,
they deal with fucking. They deal with like quality people, like Frenchie and stuff like that. So I mean, and I've seen a couple of little video interview clips with one of the guys that works over there, kind of young looking guy, and they seem like they got their shit together, like a nice program over there.
I fuck with what they're doing over there, and they work with a lot of like old school family generational farmers there, and use a lot of their genetics, which otherwise really don't get much. So that's pretty dope.
I also got gifted a bunch of random shit like Yoda OG Ryan's Revenge. I got it fucking little Ziploc of seeds. Same thing right here.
Word, that's a nice little stash.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys like rare dankness at all. I've never.
I heard of them, man. I've been thinking about getting some of them. I heard of them.
I've had this for a minute.
I gotta say, I love the Ghost Strain Haze that I have, but I haven't grown anything else from them. I think that my cousin just picked up the Darkness from them from the cup.
Yeah. It's like, is that like Urkel or something?
Yeah, it's a rare dankness 2, I think, crossed to some purple strain. I think it might have been Urkel.
Nice. Yeah, my homie has a Leroy, and then my other boy
I had some of those, but I just gave those seeds away.
Yeah, I haven't tried any of his Leroy, but it looks fire. Off to hit him up and have him throw me some nuggets or smoke me out or some shit.
I don't know if you heard of Ice River Genetics.
Yeah, what you think about them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is all I got these in a giveaway.
What is that, a fem line?
No, they're regular. It says right there.
Chem 91, a regular line?
Yeah, I don't know like what the male is at all or anything. I don't know.
Interesting. I know that they said that they have some like old Afghani lines that they have been preserving.
That's what. Hold up.
But
88
Afghani or 82.
Made it to the house, Wookie.
Bam, right here.
Yeah, man, I'm back home now.
Word.
Clementine, that is not the DNA Crockett, whatever Clementine. It's some old Afghan.
Mad farmer. Word. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple of them going right now. They're indica as fuck. They're the smallest, bushiest little things. All right, that's enough of my little seed stash.
How's the weather out there where you at, Wook? Is it flooded?
Nah, man, I'm dry here. It's supposed to start raining like tomorrow or something, no?
Mm-hmm.
Shit's going down out here, you know what I'm saying? We got fucking dams breaking and levees breaking and fucking roads washed out. It's all bad.
Yeah, I know, man. I've been seeing it. Fucking crazy. It's crazy. My first year fucking up in Reading, we had like that fucking 100-year storm come, and then we had fires and all type of crazy shit, bro. Like our garden almost got burnt down and shit, and that shit was crazy, bro. Like that shit's real up there in Northern California, man.
Yeah, every once in a while it gets wild, man.
That's some weather I forgot to describe earlier. We got earthquakes and fire. That's California weather.
Mm-hmm. And mudslides.
No, you need rain for that. So those are kind of rare. We don't get much of that. So that's why the mudslides happen when the rain comes.
We've been having mudslides up here all over the place, man.
Yeah, man, it rains. It rains hard enough in some parts on like the 15 out in the desert. It just like turns into a mud like tunnel or like, I don't know.
Especially when it hasn't fucking rained in like 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the Oroville Dam is crazy.
Yeah, the Oroville Dam is that shit's off the hook, man. They fucked that situation all up. There's reports coming out now that they knew that this dam was fucked 12 years ago, and they decided not to do anything about it. So, like 200,000 people evacuated for something that could have been fixed 12 years ago.
Sounds about right.
Oh man.
Any last topics anybody want to touch on?
I don't know.
No, but I do want to say, everybody in chat, if you ain't got entered into my giveaway yet, you need to get your ass over there.
Straight up.
Word, don't miss that. Got that second entry in on our last video too, right?
Yeah. If they on the Saturday live stream, you can get over there and leave a comment for a second entry. Between 1 and 5,000. I got a lot of entries, man. I'm pretty satisfied with the turnout. We got, like, I was just looking the other day. I mean, I think it's over 200 entries on my channel, and there's at least another good 40 on the stream.
Nice.
Word.
That's what's up.
Get that kush.
That's a dope ass giveaway too, dog. Like, word.
Let's see, let's see how many we got now.
That ain't no little vaporizer giveaway.
Wants to know what you're giving away.
So,
So
sorry,
we got,
sorry if I'm not
we
talking.
got 5 smart pots. There's an EC meter, some papers and blunt wraps, and then we're giving away a little piece of glass. It's like a little, I don't know if you would call it a bong. It's more like a bubbler, but it's kind of got one of those shower head percolators in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the camera set up, or I'd show you right now, but you can go see it on my video. If you go over to my channel, there's a giveaway video, and you can check it out.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if you could post in chat just to channel there for them to click on and subscribe real easy.
I don't think you could post links in the chat,
Yeah,
but I just put his name
mod.
in there.
I don't got mod privileges.
If you like just post in there, then they could just click on the like ... thing on the right hand side and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, word. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
if you just click on my name in chat, you should be able to get over to my channel. Only rules are you gotta be subbed up to my channel, and then leave a comment on that giveaway video. Only on the giveaway video, and it's gotta be in. I think I put on the video that it's gotta be in by 5 p.m. on Saturday. But yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. 5 p.m. on Saturday. But we're gonna draw the winner. We're gonna draw the winner on the live stream on Saturday. It's going down.
Damn it, Tony. Okay. Check out Josh's live stream tomorrow at shit, I don't know what time. Josh Steensland. From that, legal. Is it going down Thursday? What's up, bro?
Pillow talk.
He ain't about that life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cuddling Up with Can't Wait.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Is
Get
it
your
going
night
down, bro?
on. That's right. All wigs and house robes leave at the door.
Thursday?
Thursday night, baby. We rock it.
What time Thursday?
11:30, baby. 11:30.
All right.
What time zone? What time zone?
That's Eastern time for all you cool cats out there. Eastern time.
Shout out to all the new subs, man. We picked up almost 100 subs in the last day. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I would like to say I appreciate. Never mind. I won't say it.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
show ever.
Trichome chasing takeover, baby.
Shout out to Blunhthumb, man, for making it happen again, man. He's the motherfucking Wizard of Oz over here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Blunhthumb.
Hey, I gotta ask, Can't Wait. Hey, is that you rapping on your intro video?
Nah, bro, that's his cat. That's his brother that I hooked up with on YouTube. His name is Jason Love. He chimed in, subbed up, chimed in one of my videos. I checked his page out. I saw that, you know, he was into music and whatnot. And I just asked him. I said, hey, bro, you know, I said, I need a song. I need a song for my channel. I need a song for my team, you know, that represents the Trichome Chasers. I said, can you help me out? He's like, man, let me send you about 2 or 3. So he sent me like 2 or 3, and I picked the 2 that I like. And I've been rocking ever since. I've been telling everybody, sub up to him. Up to him, talk to him. If you need an intro for you, you know, talk to him and see what he can do for you.
That shit is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it is, bro. I'm down with that, man. I'm down. That brother really laid it out, man. Monster got one too. He just ain't played it that much. You got to hear the one Monster got. That shit is real nice.
He got it from the same dude?
Got that reggae touch to it. Let loose with that.
Was it from the same guy?
Nah, Monster.
A different dude. A different
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
He got a nice one though.
What was his YouTube channel one more time?
Jason Love.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Love.
J-Sun, I think. S-U-N.
Yeah, yep.
Like the sun.
Yep. Like the letter.
Yep. Hit him up. Tell him Can't Wait sent you, man. He gonna ask you like, what do you want it? Do you want it to say anything specific? He gonna ask you questions like that, and just tell him what you need, man.
For sure.
You know, he looking for right now. He looking to just get his name out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I'm gonna send him Trichome Chaser care package. Hook him up. You know.
Yeah.
Make sure when he do his next video, he got Trichome Chasers on.
Hey, is there a fucking? There's no DM feature on YouTube, is there? I sound like a.
It's a private message. Yeah, you go to their page.
It's kind of hard to get to.
Click on the discussion panel, and then you'll see it'll say private message right there.
Man, I'm like a fucking total noob here, bro. Bro.
I just figured it out. I had hella private.
Well, I've had people tell me to DM them on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, hit me up on Instagram.
Oh, you mean PM? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, we don't get PMs.
Like, send me a letter, bro. Come on.
Dog, I really broke my ankle trying to make it in the house to fucking stream tonight. My shit is like on swole. Nah, I ain't playing. This shit is fucked up right now. Y'all laughing like it's like I'm playing.
Just rub some weed on it.
Right.
Nice.
Just some flour.
Actually, man, you make some lotion. I
need a salve. Somebody send me a salve out there.
It's not hard, man.
I can't even walk in the kitchen.
But yeah, and then aside from those shows we mentioned, check out the fucking main show on and
Saturday
that's that and we're doing the DIY this week, DIY LED, right? Fucking Phantom.
Yeah, we're gonna have Phantom Phantom designs on from Instagram for this with the DIY lighting systems. Yep, we're gonna have him on. Also, I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, that's one of them Grandma gave his blessings, bro. That's one of Grandma's proteges. Also, I'm talking to Concentrate North Carolina and or NC rather, trying to see maybe he can come on and give us his infamous knowledge on concentrates, oils, and edibles. Try to get him on. I want to try to have a little variety in the show next week, so I'm gonna try to get him on. And hey, you know how our live streams are, man. Now maybe not 5 hours, but we're gonna try to keep that shit around 2 hours this time, bro. Try to keep it.
Don't say.
I mean, you know, hey.
Yeah.
Movement takes us, man. That's where we go. Wherever the movement takes us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it, bro. We was on there for what, 3.5, 4 hours, and we still had 40 people in there hanging with us, chatting and still talking about shit. I mean, so wherever the movement takes us, I'm cool with it. You know, I like to keep it down to 2 hours, but I like to keep it to 2 hours.
Valentine's Day, and we got 30 people still rocking with us. You know, shouts out to everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it though.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for coming through the panel. World is One Shot. Hi, guy. Thanks for coming through, man. Fucking
Borealis tank. Thank you.
Borealis. Can't forget my boy Borealis. Thanks for coming through, dog. Fucking
Cyclops earlier.
Who else?
Cyclops.
Oh, Cyclops. Can't forget my boy Cyclops. Yeah. Cyclops. Shout out to Cyclops, man.
Hey man, I'm about to rewatch this show. I only caught little parts of what Cyclops was saying. That shit seemed like he was laying down some knowledge.
Indeed,
Yeah, he was.
indeed.
Shout out to the chat. Love you guys, man.
Yeah. And on that, I think we're about to wrap it up. Any last comments?
My name is Wookie, and I'm a seedaholic.
Get on the Korean natural farming. You'll thank me later.
KNF coming soon.
Indeed. All right. Peace out, everybody.
All right.